crap. Get that caught in there. Good evening, Patriot fans, and welcome to Pace High School for this 30th day of September, as tonight the Pace Patriots at 3-1 take on the Gulf Breeze Dolphins, and of course a very pivotal district game here that could actually pay dividends later on down the road. We're about 14 minutes away until kickoff here at Pace Patriot Stadium, and coming into it, the contest tonight, the Pace Patriots again 3-1 with their only loss of the year, coming on a road game to Gulf Breeze. And what do you think about tonight, Brad, as we get into the meat of district play?
It's going to be a heck of a game tonight. Gulf Breeze, 2-game win streak, already 1-0 in the conference. They've put up an impressive 138 points throughout their first 5 games. Meanwhile, Pace has put up 132. So expect this one to be a high-scoring game between the two. And I'm very interested to see how Pace rebounds from their 29-21 loss to Crestview a couple weeks back. They really need to get Ben Tyner going, their sophomore running back. Tyner only had 37 rushing yards on 13 carries. They got to get him going if they want to see success on the offense today.
Absolutely, and like you said, Pace coming off a loss there, 8-point loss to Crestview, and in many people's eyes, a few things done right here or there, that probably could have been very easily a Pace victory over Gulf Breeze. And so then, you have Gulf Breeze coming into the contest tonight with 2 losses under their belt, 3-2. They played one more game than we have, of course, having the bye week last week. But they opened up the season against an Alabama juggernaut, Fairhope, and walked away with a 7-point loss, 38-31, which probably gave them a little bit of motivation. They rolled into Crestview the next week, if you want to compare schedules, 24-21. So, within a one-score victory over Crestview. So I think that says a lot for Pace. They went toe-to-toe with Crestview. Crestview got better as the season went on. Teams naturally do. They peak somewhere in October, usually if not November. But here we are. And so I think it's going to be a very close game tonight. It's going to be too close to call, I think. And if Pace can play their game, one thing that we talked about before we went on the air was the fact that, as we understand it, some sort of an accident or something. I don't believe Gulf Breeze was involved, but their bus was delayed a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, of course. And the psychology behind it, I know this is football we're talking about, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You lose motivation. You're sitting on the bus for an hour and a half. Things can get really sketchy for Gulf Breeze. And during warm-ups, we haven't seen them as sharp as the Patriots. But I will say that similar to Pace, Gulf Breeze has a fantastic running game. Senior Troy Coughlin, their lead running back, already has 4 100-plus yard rushing games this season, has 711 rushing yards on the season and 6 touchdowns. Quite impressive. And their quarterback, Brent Alberson, also doing quite well, 796 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So Pace, like they did a couple weeks ago against Crestview, they were able to use their defense, kind of put them down, only hold them to 29 points. I feel like defense is going to be a big factor in this game, along with the running game.
I think you're exactly right. I think stopping that star, and he's going to be playing on Saturdays somewhere in the near future. But, if you look back at our schedule so far, when we gave up 30 points to Choctaw in a thriller over there, 18 to St. Martin, 14 to West Florida, and 21 to Crestview. So our defense has been known to give up, a few scores every game. But I think that Coach Ken Smith and company have put together a plan for tonight. And I think if they can contain that running back and get the ball in the end zone, maybe into the hands of Ben Tyner, maybe even maybe a few passes here. We've been showing that we can throw the ball the last game, especially when we were playing St. Martin from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, West Florida through the pass, that long weather delay that we had, and a surprising 42-14 victory. I don't think anybody saw that coming. But the Cardiac kids from Pace High School have proved they can turn it on when it counts most, and so we'll see what happens tonight. Top, what do you think about tonight?
I'm just curious to see, like you both were talking about, was the defensive side, and also with this delay, because I've noticed the pace is already back inside talking to their coaches, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, while Gulf Breeze is still out there with their offensive defense over warming up on the field. So I'm wondering if that's going to give them an opportunity to get back there and get one last little pep talk from the coaches, or if Pace is just going to become running out there and Gulf Breeze is ready to go or not.
Well, that's a good question, and that's a good thought to think about. But, of course, today earlier at the campus, next week we'll be not looking forward to next week. We are looking forward, but not too much, as Pensacola High will be hosting, that'd be homecoming for Pace High School. But there was actually a pep rally today for the Gulf Breeze game at Pace, and pretty exciting. Got to see that. And, so far, Pace is undefeated this year with pep rallies. So, yeah. Maybe that has something to correlate there with the success of the team when they win. But who knows? Clock showing just over 9 minutes here in the pregame. So I think we're all in agreement as far as prediction. There's no need to ask either Brad or Top on that one who's going to win tonight. We think Pace is going to win. If we apologize in advance for all the folks that are tuning in from Gulf Breeze tonight, but we lean a little bit towards the Patriots side. But looking 7 miles down the road, as we often do, our biggest rival, the mighty Milton Panthers from Haywood Hanna Panther Stadium, they're going to be taking on their homecoming contest tonight. And they'll be, of course, I believe they're taking on Pensacola High. Is that right? No, it's Tate. They're playing Tate High School tonight. And so we wish them the best, unless, of course, they're playing Pace. And then we're full-on Patriot here at Pace High School. So with that, let's talk about some college football while we have time in the area, and some big games happening. In fact, tonight, there's actually they move a lot of every year seems more and more college football games played on Friday night as well, even some on Thursday night. But so as far as ranked teams, number 15 Washington traveling to Los Angeles to play UCLA. Brad, what do you make? Can UCLA, the Bruins, can they provide an upset for number 15 Washington?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Bruins, but Michael Penix Jr. of Washington, he had a stellar season this year. 12 touchdowns, 1 interception, over 1,300 passing yards. Dorian Thompson-Robinson on the opposing side is a great dual-threat quarterback. If the Bruins offense can keep up with the Huskies, I could definitely see an upset happen.
Well, I'm looking at it right now and looking at their record, and I'll tell you, UCLA, oddly enough, they have put together 45 points in 3 of their 4 games, exactly 45 points on offense. Then, of course, they had a nail-biter 2 weeks ago against South Alabama, 32-31, and their defense is allowed 17 points twice in a 7-point game against Alabama State. But, again, you think tonight Washington will pull it off?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, UCLA is good, but Washington has just been playing on another level this season.
All right, so let's look at that's probably the big game for tonight, I would say. San Diego at Boise State, but those are 2 unranked teams. We're going to take a moment here where the national anthem is being played. I don't know if you can hear that. So we'll let that finish, and then we'll continue on with our pregame. All right, and that was the national anthem, and so we thank the Pace High School NJRTC. Try to pause for that every time, of course, and as the game gets underway here shortly. But talking about college football tomorrow, which will be Saturday, October. Can you believe it's already October? My goodness. And I think everybody, the big game of the week, looking at the SEC, you're going to have Kentucky traveling to Ole Miss. And Mike, Brad, you told me earlier that Ole Miss is favored to win. That was a shock to me. Number 7 favored to lose over number 14, Ole Miss. What are your thoughts on this game tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, it's really surprising. Both teams are 4-0. Both teams have had some impressive wins. Kentucky went into the Swamp. They defeated the Gators by 10. Ole Miss, they've kind of had more of a couple cupcakes to begin the season, but still playing very well with new quarterback Jackson Dart. It is really surprising to see them favored by 6.5, though, even with Kentucky getting Chris Rodriguez back. For all of the bettors out there, I would definitely go with Kentucky plus the points at 6.5, but it will be a very good game. It may even overshadow the number 2 versus number 20 matchup between Alabama and Arkansas at 2:30.
Yeah, perhaps. And talking about before we get to Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky, Top, what is your prediction? And, of course, a little history on Top. He, of course, 1996 won the You Pick'em ESPN Nationwide Challenge for ESPN and won tickets to the Sugar Bowl that year. But so you got Kentucky and Ole Miss. What's your pick on that one?
I'm going to follow Brad when he was talking. I believe that Mississippi State's they're just showing too much dominance over this, and I think Kentucky's just slightly overrated at number 7. So I'm pulling about 37 to 34. They're going to slightly go over Kentucky.
Really? So Kentucky's hopes of a run of the table and maybe even a SEC championship you think that's totally out of the question?
It's totally out of the question. They've started too far down the totem pole to try to reach up there. Maybe in a couple years now when they expand that college playoff, they'll be able to sneak in there, but not as of right now. They don't. Unfortunately, I think the NCAA is still a little political when it comes to trying to reach those top 6 teams, and they just don't have the power behind them right now or the momentum behind them right now to push them over the top.
It's a good point with the college expansion that you brought up because Kentucky is a very good team, and there are quite a lot of good teams that are capable of making college football playoff, but with only 4 slots available, Alabama will likely take one. Ohio State will likely take one. Georgia will probably be in there. And then maybe Clemson as the 4th team. There's not much room for teams like Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee, all these teams that are on the brink to be able to get in. So, like you said, in a couple of years, we could definitely see Kentucky in the college football playoff.
And as we see right now, the teams are meeting at midfield. The captains, number 8 for Pace, Zachary Widener. Number 9, Junior Mills. And, of course, Junior Lyons, actually. Of course, number 20, that's going to be Carson Wright. He's the junior. And big number 94, Brandon Beckham, the senior. And so with that, as we wait for instructions and the coin toss, Top, let you have first stab. Alabama, number 2, traveling to Pig Suey, Arkansas. Who do you pick in that one? Do you think it'll be an upset? Because Alabama, of course, they've had a couple close games this year. Actually, one real close one there in Texas. Can Arkansas get the job done at home?
No, absolutely not. Texas is a whole different animal. When you go down into Texas and play them, it's a different animal versus going to Arkansas. So I see Nick Saban getting it together, getting his team all together, rallied up, and it's not a contest. It's going to be a blowout this weekend.
Oh, wow. So you're on Team Saban. What about you, Brad? Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, after that 20-19 win against Texas, Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide have really locked down. I know it was against UL Monroe and Vanderbilt, but they put up 63 points against UL Monroe, and then against Vanderbilt, a very hot team to start the season off with probably what looks to be their best season in history, dropped 55 on them. So I feel like Alabama is peaking at the right time. I mean, their peak is better than anyone else's floor or ceiling, for that matter, but I do think they will be able to take care of the Razorbacks.
And there's the coin toss, of course. It looks like Pace will receive to start off the first half. They'll be, of course, kicking it off to begin the second half. So Gulf Breeze will be on defense, Pace on offense to begin this game, and Gulf Breeze will be heading towards that north end zone. Beautiful weather here at beautiful Pace Patriots Stadium. 12 minutes on the clock as we're waiting for the teams to run through the banners. Gulf Breeze tonight coming out with their blue helmets with gold numbers on the helmets, gold jersey tops with white pants, and, of course, wearing blue, that navy blue number on their jersey, which that's sort of a new jersey they have this year. Pace, of course, if I can remember correctly, they're wearing their blue jerseys with white bottoms, typical of a home game for Pace High School. The blue helmet or red helmet with the blue P there. And so here come the Gulf Breeze Dolphins running through their sideline. And, of course, the Pace Patriots come running through the inflatable helmet, and, of course, the fireworks will start. There they go. Pace again coming out with the white pants, blue tops, red helmets, and, of course, the blue P matching the P in the middle of the field. So district play tonight. While they're getting ready on the sideline, also Florida State, the Seminoles, hosting number 22 Wake Forest. It's number 22 versus number 23. And, Top, do you think the Seminoles are for real this year? They're undefeated.
They are. They're undefeated. They're a good team. They're better than Wake Forest, so they're going to win this game. I believe they're going to win this game. But looking farther down the road, this is not a game to be trying to measure yourself up against Wake Forest, which is not as good as they've been in the past. So I am going with Florida State winning this game by about 6 points. So I'd say like 42-63. It's going to be a high-scoring game.
What do you think, Brad?
I totally agree. I mean, after this game, they play at number 10 NC State and then against number 5 Clemson. It's going to be a tough stretch for the Seminoles, but I think they can pull off at least 2 wins out of those 3 games.
All right. Number 33 for Gulf Breeze, Cade Lombardo will do the honors, kicking it off. 12 minutes on the clock. It's football time here in Pace, Florida. Pooch kick down the right side, and it will go out of bounds. They're going to throw a flag. Went out of bounds about, I would say, the 15-yard line, unless I saw that incorrectly.
No.
And so you think that was intentional, or do you think that was?
I think that was just on accident, but I believe the Patriots will start on the 40 now.
That's right.
I think
Yes.
we learned it last time. That for some reason, they start on the 35 here at the college or at the high school level.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, great field position for the Patriots, at least 10 to 15 yards ahead of where they would have been with a touchback or a return.
Absolutely.
Well, you can't ask for better field position to start the game. And so we'll see. And again, tonight we talked in the pregame program. The key for Pace tonight is to contain the running game of Gulf Breeze. And let's see what Pace comes out with. They've been running the run option all season long. Take it away, Top.
So you got one receiver on the right. It's a handoff. So it looked like number 11, Tyner. Tyner going up the middle for an 11-yard gain.
Wow, nice trap there. And, of course, Tyner up the right guard and actually right tackle, and he's going to stumble forward for a first down on the first play of the game. And, of course, he'll cross the 45-yard line. They're going to say he was officially down at the 46-yard line of Pace, heading towards that north end zone.
Simmons
midfield.
comes out. We got doubles right, single to the left. I formation with Simmons in the shotgun. Fakes it to Tyner and tries to take it up the middle himself for 3 yards.
Simmons looking for a little bit of running room, was able to get a couple yards. And we're going to call it 2nd down and 7 for the Pace Patriots. Ball now spotted at the 48-yard line.
I would definitely watch, with the Patriots on the offensive side, I would definitely watch a lot of RPOs. So far they've come out with 2 straight runs, and we saw a lot of RPO practices during pregame. See if Simmons throws a couple of these throughout the first quarter.
All right, here's the snap.
It goes back to Tyner trying to go up the middle. Looks like he gets to the line of scrimmage. So it should be up 3rd down and 7.
It's good penetration by the Gulf Breeze linebackers coming from that second level and disrupting Tyner. They definitely, you can tell they've watched that on film. And so 3rd down and 7 now for the Pace Patriots as they're trying to get to midfield. Number 9 for Pace, of course, checks into the ballgame. That's not Junior Mills.
Zachary Wider.
That's Zachary Widener. There you go, number 8.
All right, so we've got 2 receivers to the left, 2 running backs.
Simmons rolls out. Going to throw it to number 2. Incomplete to Nash Pierce. And a flag is thrown at the end of the play. It looks like it will be on the Gulf Breeze Dolphins.
Will it be enough for a first down? I'm not sure what the call is. White Hat's looking for a ref or a let's see.
It was unsportsmanlike conduct on the Dolphins, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
Well, how fortunate is that?
Yeah, no, after the first play on the 11-yard run by Ben Tyner, the offense seemed to stutter a little bit, so that penalty definitely helps out.
Tight end number 81, Remington Rawls, checks in the game.
Allows Kent Smith to go ahead and just go back to what he likes to do, is run this ball. So we got one receiver to the left, one to the right, with Simmons in the back, the one running back. He hands off to number 11. 11's going up the left side for about 8 yards.
Tyner is hitting these holes very nicely, 11 and 8 on his first 2 runs. Very solid, and he's done that quite well throughout the year, averaging 4.6 yards per carry.
I tell you, Cole Hepworth for the linebacker, if it wasn't for him, Tyner would have 6 points at this moment. 10 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Pace marching down the field.
Simmons fakes the handoff, and as comes number 8.
Zachary Widener with a nice game
from your
on the jet sweep.
Left side receiver coming around.
Wow, Zachary Widener showing his speed, and that's the difference between a 4.4, 4.5, and everybody else. He definitely got around the corner and was able to pick up the first down for the Patriots. They're going to say the ball officially at the 25-yard line with 9 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pace Patriots looking at the sideline for the play, and so far so good for this Pace offense. Of course, a nice penalty there gave him the first down at midfield as the Pace Patriots break the huddle.
You got twins right with Simmons in the shotgun formation, fakes to Tyner and takes it up the middle himself. He's got room. It looks like he got about to the 16-yard line for a 9-yard gain.
They're going to say he was officially tackled at the 11-yard line, so he skidded forward a little bit. So great gain for Simmons, and, of course, that's what he does best is sort of like a Tim Tebow, if you will. He gets the ball and goes.
A little bit skinnier, a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Impressive drive by the Patriots so far. I mean, really, they've been running the ball mostly, and Gulf Breach has just not been able to stop it.
So they come out with twins right, one running back, and they fake the handoff to the running back, and Simmons takes it up the middle again.
Simmons is slammed on the turf.
About 3-yard gain on that one.
As long as he doesn't get slammed like Tua, I think we'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do it twice in 4 days. They'll be all right.
Prayers to Tagovailoa.
Okay, they're going to say that he was brought down at about the 7-yard line, so we'll call it second down and about 6 for the Pace Patriots. Here's the snap.
He fakes although he's going to run it himself. He's got his
and
fullback
he throws it in the end
open.
zone. And that's Jason Alford, the senior captain for the Patriots, for his first touchdown catch of the season. The Patriots go up 6-0.
Wow, the entire defensive line for Gulf Breeze and linebackers are expecting Simmons to run, and why not? That's what he's done. He pulls up and throws it. And, of course, like you said, the first touchdown all year for Mr. Alford. And, of course, he's got to be excited about that as he comes off the field. Here's the extra point attempt in by number 4, Reese Griffith.
To snap the hold, and Griffith sinks it through. That is now perfect on the season, 19 of 19 on PATs and 2 of 2 on field goals.
The Gulf Breeze coach has got to be kicking himself in the butt after that penalty.
Yeah.
They were going off. They were about to get a punt.
Did you see what it was, the penalty they got? Do you remember? Unsportsmanlike?
Yes.
It was unsportsmanlike, you're correct. But I didn't see the play. I didn't see the flag. Brad did. At least the flag.
That seems like there was a problem on the field talking to Coach Ken Smith. Looks offsides on. It's going to be against Gulf Breeze. They're going to wave it off.
Just give it another 5 yards for Griffith to kick it through the end zone.
Well, did he miss the kick? Because they're doing it again. I don't really.
He made the kick. I believe there was a false start on the play or an offsides.
So the play was dead before he even kicked the ball.
Yes.
I would assume. I think Coach Smith is saying, "Why don't you just let us have the point and go?" All right.
Maybe there was contact. We just missed it.
So we're gonna do it again. Reese Griffith though says, "I don't care. This is a chip shot for him."
As we saw in warm-ups, Reese was hitting from 60 yards out. Incredible. He will be kicking on Saturdays and then Sundays.
Oh, that one's a little bit low. Did he get it? Yeah, he got it.
Sunk it through. So first drive of the game for the Patriots, 3 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, but fantastic start for the Patriots, moving from the 35, going 65 yards for the distance, and for the 7-0 lead off the Jason Alford touchdown catch from Nick Simmons.
And just like that, it's 7-0 Pace Patriots. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first quarter of action. So trying to digest that in your brain, Pace's offense, Ben Tyner, Simmons, a little bit of trickery throwing the ball, we call it around here. What do you make of that, Brad? Did you like what you saw?
Yeah, I thought it was a great drive. Nick Simmons, number 5 on the year for passing touchdowns. You know, he's getting more comfortable as the season is going along throwing the football. Ben Tyner, 20 yards on 2 carries, fantastic. I would like to see him get a little more involved, but I do like the trickery of the throw to the fullback and then the jet sweeps by Nash Pierce.
Could you imagine what Simmons will be like in 2 years, and Ben Tyner like in 2 years? You're only sophomores.
Yeah, it's a very promising backfield for the Patriots.
Now the second chapter of this game is the Pace Patriot defense. Let's see what they can do as the kickoff is underway. It's going to go into the end zone. No return here in Florida, and of course it'll come out at the 20-yard line. But Reese Griffith, he nailed that kickoff. But can the Pace Patriot defense stop this offense from Gulf Breeze? And kind of remind the audience there, Brad, what has the Gulf Breeze offense been capable of this year so far?
Yeah, I mean, Gulf Breeze, very well-balanced offense, I have to say. Quarterback Brent Albertson Jr. throwing the ball very well, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 99.3 QBR rating, 796 yards, but they're also running the ball very well behind Troy Coughlin.
So Gulf Breeze coming out in a pro set, one running back in the backfield. It's a handoff to him going up the middle. Pace Patriots are there for it for minimal gain.
Well, a good stop there. It looks like the defensive tackle got in the number 42 in on the tackle as well. And he is, if you've never met number 42 Jackson Ward, he's everywhere, all over the field.
I have to say, with Gulf Breeze's offense, we will see a lot of single high safety looks from the Patriots and a lot of blitzes, too, to be able to stop this run defense.
So Gulf Breeze coming out, twins left, twins right. We got a running back in the backfield. Quarterback looks to his right for a quick pass.
Did he catch it?
Number 15 catches it, gets about 8 yards, and runs out of bounds for a first down.
Well, St. Martin ran a similar play like that, and they were able to find some success. The cornerbacks and the secondary for Pace has got to figure that out. As a new fresh set of downs, they're going to officially mark it at the 33-yard line, heading towards the south end zone of Pace High School.
And how about that? Zachary Widener on the coverage, also playing on offense, not really getting too much rest, and he's all over the field.
Well, that's what happens sometimes when you put your best player out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got trips left with one receiver to the right, and it's called off by the referees.
That's an equipment malfunction. Something's wrong with number 52's helmet or something, so he's going to get off the field, and they're going to put number 50 in his place. That's going to be Ethan.
So we still got trips left, one receiver to the right with running back behind the quarterback.
Albertson takes the snap, hands it off to Coughlin, and the Patriots stuff the run.
Wow.
It's going to be a loss of 2 yards.
Pace bringing the pressure on, linebackers. Expect, Gulf Breeze, if they had a screen package or something at this point, that might be effective, but expect them to throw the ball here. Ball's officially going to be spotted at about the 30-yard line.
2 high safety look for Pace, Giovanni Matias Ramirez, and Brandon Gates.
So Albertson's looking to his left again. He's going down the middle. He's got 7 all by himself. The Pace Patriots had no cornerback or safety help to help Albertson when he passed number 7.
And Brandon Roulier just taking it to the house. Great play. Looks like missed coverage by the Patriots. Miscommunication by the defensive backs.
That was a breakdown completely, but he caught the ball and almost couldn't believe that he was that wide open. I mean, there was nobody within at least 15 yards of him.
Almost looked like he was trying to taunt a little bit. I think he turned around because he was a little confused of how open the space was, but we've already seen one unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Would not be shocked to see another one pretty soon.
So Gulf Breeze up, ready for the extra point. 33's in the back. There's the hike. There's the kick.
Kick is good by Cade Lombardo.
And, of course, defensive coordinator for Pace High School, Mark Edge, he'll of course, have to talk to his secondary there and figure out what happened. And of course, Seth Cumby, who's the secondary coach, he'll be figuring that out as well. But sometimes you have a breakdown like that. It's okay. They'll get it corrected, and hopefully that won't happen again. 7 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the first quarter of action. All tied up 7-7.
So far, I mean, we've seen both offenses move the ball quite well, and we thought during the pregame this would be a defensive battle between the two teams. So far, both offenses have had their ways moving down the field very well.
All right, so Pace is getting ready to receive the kickoff from Gulf Breeze. Number 33 for Gulf Breeze will do the honors. It's going to be Cade Lombardo.
Zachary Weidermeyer and Ben Tyner back to receive for the Patriots.
And of course, Pace's offense was out much, much longer than that Gulf Breeze offense. Maybe that'll play a role in this. Here's the kick. Little pooch kick.
Stumbles.
He did the same thing last time.
Tyner gets it. Going to make a man miss, running across the middle of the field and down at about the 23-yard line.
All right, ball officially spotted at about the 22-yard line. I'm sorry, 27-yard line of the Pace Patriots, heading towards that north end zone. I'd like to welcome our audience coming in, just joining us, 7-7, all tied up here in the first quarter of action. I'd like to welcome the folks from Gulf Breeze tuning in tonight to listen to the ball game here at Pace Patriot Radio, live from Pace Patriot Stadium. And, of course, Pace scored on their first drive, and so did Gulf Breeze. And I think that if you're Pace, just keep grinding away like you did last time. Ben Tyner.
Yeah, it seemed like the running game was doing well, and especially after we got that fortunate penalty call for us. Though I did like the passing pattern, or the pass that they did to Alford, I could expect to see more of the Tyner and Simmons going up the middle. It was working effective, so might as well just go right back to it.
Seems to be some confusion on the field. Not sure I can't see what the referee is talking about, but they actually moved the ball
back to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, back to the 22-yard line.
Somehow we lost 2 yards. It's all right.
That's right. As you can see, 2 trips left. You have Simmons and Ben Tyner in the backfield. Jason Alford, fullback who caught the touchdown, also blocking for the Patriots. Simmons takes the snap, hands it off to Tyner. Tyner runs up the gut and finds an opening, and Tyner's going to the 50, to the Gulf Breeze 40, and he is finally tackled right around the Gulf Breeze 30-yard line. Huge run by Ben Tyner.
Wow, Tyner says, take that. This is going to be an offensive show tonight, a dog and pony show, if you will. And he shows, well, look what we can do. And, of course, big run for Ben Tyner.
He took it up that side Alford was on. So
He's officially ran out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So we're now into Gulf Breeze territory, and I'll take that run.
Yeah. So we got twins right, one receiver to the left. Tyner in the backfield. They hand it off to him again. They're trying the right side, but there's nothing there. It's for a loss of about 2 yards.
Tyner's tired. I don't know.
Take me out, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know if
somebody else.
I don't know if you give the ball right back to him after a run like that.
He's young. He's ready for it.
All right, number 9 checks out of the ball game.
Remington Rawls, extra tight end, subs in for Pace.
So they come out in a pro set with Tyner in the backfield and Simmons in the shotgun formation.
Alford still in as another blocker. A triple option. Simmons pitches it to Widener, and Widener is stopped. Another loss for the Patriots down at about the 41 of Gulf Breeze.
It was a nice tackle by Ryan Deal of Gulf Breeze coming up there and dropping him for a couple yard loss. So they'll bring up, third and about 14?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 3rd and 14.
And this is where Pace's offense can really get them in trouble. As a run-first team with facing these long third down conversions, throwing the ball is going to be very hard. Nick Simmons, he's already thrown the ball 3 times so far, including that pitch. So we'll see if he can get it here.
So we've got bunch formation over there near line of scrimmage on the right side with one receiver to the left. Simmons in the shotgun formation. And he's looking.
He just holds the ball. Simmons throws it low. Targeted the Ben Tyner, and incomplete.
Tyner's looking for a flag, but he's not going to get it. He was saying he was being held.
Yeah, Hepworth on coverage.
He was looking for Ben Tyner. The ball was, of course, not even anywhere in the neighborhood. But number 8, Widener, he was kind of screaming in the backfield. He thought he was in single coverage, wanted a chance to get the ball thrown to him.
Which this will bring out Griffith. It's not going to help his net yardage because they're going to be kicking from the 41-yard line. So even if he drops us right there on the goal line, he's only net punt of 40. But that's not what the college scouts are going to be looking for. They've got perfect percentage on those field goals.
Drops it, nice spiral in the air. Fair catch called at about the 10-yard line of Gulf Breeze. So after the impressive run by Ben Tyner, the Patriots essentially go 3 and out on their next 3 plays, and Gulf Breeze will have the ball for their second drive of the game.
All right, well, let's see if the Pace Patriot defense can get their first stop of a series tonight, just like the Gulf Breeze defense did. We have 5 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the first quarter, 7-7, and it's beautiful weather, beautiful game so far offensively, as the defensive coordinator for the Pace Patriots, Mark Edge, and of course Coach Bill Jernigan talking to their defense to try and see what they can figure out that secondary perhaps. Had a breakdown, a big touchdown for Gulf Breeze. And here they come. And what do you think about the running game for Gulf Breeze that we've heard so much about? Do you think the Pace has done a good job stopping it?
Pace has done a very good job of it, but I would expect Gulf Breeze's run game to become a little better as Pace will probably be playing more coverage to be able to stop the big plays on the last drive.
All right, well, here comes Gulf Breeze with 2 receivers to the right, or to the left and 1 to the right. And they started off with a running game just like you thought they were going to do, and he runs it up the middle for a yard.
Pace showed blitzed, and they blitzed. Big coverage, though. So, I mean, if they come back in that same play call, I could expect an audible from Gulf Breeze with one-on-one coverage for all their receivers.
Yeah, watching this Pace team, the only concern I really do have about them is that the cornerbacks and secondary, to tell you the truth. The Widener, he's an awesome receiver. He's a good cornerback, but you can't run him the full game out there, I would think, against some of these receivers. And then the height difference always with that number 29.
Beckham.
He's slightly shorter than any of these receivers are coming out there.
Throws it out and incomplete, overthrew his receiver.
Josh Land, number 11 for Gulf Breeze. And that's going to fall harmlessly to the turf. So 3rd down and 7 for the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. Now they're facing a 3rd down and long, but they do have the offense to a little bit more insurance on their end. We're more of a run-first team at Pace, but as you said earlier, Gulf Breeze, I expect the pass here on 3rd and long.
Mm-hmm.
So we got twins left, 1 receiver to the right, running back in the backfield in shotgun formation. Tried to catch him offside, but they didn't fall for it. It's an out pattern to number 18 on the far side.
Number 29, Beckham for Pace. He left a huge cushion, and, of course, the Gulf Breeze receiver was able to pick up the 1st down and then some.
Braden Gates on the stop, but not enough as Gulf Breeze does move the chains.
So that was number 3, Colin Kember, for the reception for a 1st down. So Gulf Breeze comes out in the same formation.
Looks like another 2 high safety set for the Patriots. Giovanni Matias Ramirez and Brandon Gates both up there. Gates comes back down.
Running play up the right side, and what a saving tackle.
Braden Gates may have saved a touchdown right there on the tackle, but a great run by Troy Coughlin, who, as we mentioned earlier, is one of the key cogs in this Gulf Breeze offense.
Oh yeah, and that he just showed it. He showed his ability right there to get open. And turn it on the open field. He crosses midfield. They're going to officially spot the ball at about right at the 45-yard line of Pace, now in Pace Patriot territory. And so what we thought might be a 3 and out, they picked up a 1st down, another 4 minutes and 35 seconds here in the first quarter, 7-7.
Same formation coming out again, 1st and 10.
Looks like
from
man
the
coverage by
45.
the
He's looking to
getting completed in number 3.
That defensive coordinator is going to have to tell Beckham every time he's been lining off about 10 yards. He's got to do something. Either he's going to have to come up a little bit on him, or he's going to have some safety help on that side.
Yeah, he's playing. I mean, not to be the coach up here, but it looks like he's playing too deep, giving too much of a cushion, as you said. And of course, that's going to enable the Gulf Breeze Dolphins to pick up another 1st down. They're going to say the ball is officially spotted at the 34-yard line.
Same formation, twins left, 1 receiver to the right, shotgun formation. It's a quick out to the left side to the number 15.
Brendan Clayton with the catch.
Oh, don't throw him to the ground. Okay.
And as you can see by the Patriots defense, a lot of too high safety sets. But as you were talking about earlier, their cornerbacks are not pressing and they're playing far back. It seems like they're more concerned with giving up the small plays rather than the big deep bomb for a touchdown, which can be effective at some times. But as we've seen, Gulf Breeze has taken these small chunks and they are once again moving down the field.
Yeah, they're not giving an opportunity. Number 6, that's one of my favorite defensive players on that Pace team. They're just not giving him an opportunity to get in that backfield with these quick passes out to the sidelines. So we've got twins right, one receiver to the left, running back in the backfield in shotgun formation. They hike. It's fake handoff, and they're looking to the right side. Number 7
Brandon
for the
Ruier.
catch-up.
Nice hit by the Patriots defense, but still a first down for Gulf Breeze. Officially spotted down at the 20-yard line, so chains are going to move. First down, 3:56 left here in the first quarter. 7-7. Gulf Breeze threatening now in the red zone.
Twins left, one receiver to the right, running back in the backfield, shotgun formation. He hands it up. He's going up the right side.
Coughlin makes a
they
juke and
missed
he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Troy Coughlin makes a fantastic juke. Get by the Pace defender, and Gulf Breeze takes their first lead of the game, 13-7.
Wow. What that shows you, Troy Coughlin, that you see that move? He just made 2 people miss and then just scampered into the end zone. That's dangerous. I bet his power clean, his squad are just through the roof. You can just tell by the way he moves what an athlete they have at Gulf Breeze in Troy Coughlin. So here's the extra point, and just like that, it'll be 14-0.
Cade Lombardo makes the second PAT of the game, and as you said, so far so good for Gulf Breeze. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Coughlin was very effective on that drive, as was Tyner for the Patriots drive, but ended up stalling out. So we'll see if the Patriots can get back in their offensive rhythm and try and tie this game up.
Yeah, Mark Edge, he'll tighten this up. I can feel in every time that we think that when Crestview or somebody else comes through, that or what was the team before that?
St. Martin.
St. Martin. Yeah, they adjusted their defense, and that's what I think Mark's going to end up doing here pretty quick.
So maybe you can see the defensive coordinator down there talking to his team, his secondary, trying to get them to figure things out. And number 33 for Gulf Breeze is going to do the honors, Cade Lombardo, to kick the ball off. And he's done 2 pooch kicks so far as Pace, of course, opened the game up receiving the ball. They'll kick off, start the second half. Here's the kick.
Stutters again, and another pooch kick by Cade Lombardo. Tyner's going to catch it once again at the 20-yard line. Going to run up, going to find a nice hole, going to make a man miss. And he's going to go down at about the 37-yard line of Pace. Excellent field position once again.
They're actually going to say he fell forward, and the 40-yard line will be the line of scrimmage. So I'll take that every time.
Yeah, Tyner was actually predicting that one. You can see he caught that one on the run going forward, so he had a little bit of momentum with him. Take that up to the 40-yard line where Pace will start.
And a very interesting strategy by Cade Lombardo and the Gulf Breeze Dolphins on their special teams. Kicking it shorter, giving Pace better field position. I'm not sure why they're not kicking it deep for the touchbacks.
So we got pro set, two receivers or 2 running backs in the backfield. Simmons takes it himself up the right-hand side.
Wow.
Ahead for about 11 yards.
Do you think there's enough, not to second-guess the coaches, is there enough thought process in that kickoff that they intentionally kicked it to Tyner knowing that he'd catch it and knowing that he'd be exhausted because he's on offense?
Is that what Gulf Breeze is doing? They're going to put Widener on offense and defense, wear him out, and Tyner the same thing?
Who knows?
It's an interesting concept. I like it.
They've been targeting Xavier Widener a lot at the cornerback spots, so it is a very good theory to see.
Oh, it looks like we have an offsides on. I don't want to speculate, but it looks like the Pace Patriots may have jumped early, and that'll back them up 5 yards. That's going to bring up first down and 15 for the Patriots. Not what we wanted to see. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter of action, folks. 14-7, Gulf Breeze on top here at Pace High School. Pace Patriots moving towards the north end zone, ball at the 46-yard line of Pace.
They come out in the pro set again. Don't understand what that was.
Another false start against the Patriots. That's going to make it first down and 20 now.
Seemed like everybody took off besides the center on that one.
Have to say it, but Coach Kent Smith is not happy with this, and neither would I be. 2 straight false starts in their home stadium. It's not like they're playing in CenturyLink Field, for all I care. But we'll see. It is very encouraging to see that Jason Alford, Pace's fullback and team captain, is still in the game. He's played an integral role, very good blocker, and a great pass catcher, as we saw in that first drive.
All right, ball at the 41-yard line now, 1st and 20.
Simmons hands off to Tyner, who's going up the left-hand side. He's got a little bit of room. He got about 9 yards of that.
He'll get almost to the original line of scrimmage with that run, and that'll bring up second. Well, no, they're going to say he looked like he tripped forward. So 2nd down, and we'll call it 13 for the Pace Patriots. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line, heading towards midfield.
So Pace comes out, and they come in a bunch set. We got one receiver moving. And
put Widener in motion, hand off to Tyner. Tyner stuffed at midfield. Going to be a minimal gain for the Patriots as they face 3rd down.
Yeah, I think he might have got 1 yard.
I tell you, if you watch the Gulf Breeze defense, the linebackers are really playing off right now. They're not blitzing. They're not crowding the line of scrimmage, and so Pace is continuing to go to the run. But that time, the defensive line managed to get through for the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the first quarter, 14-7. 3rd down and 13, we'll call it, for the Pace Patriots.
Alford and Tyner in the backfield. Simmons rolls out to his right. Simmons going to throw it on the run and complete the catch to Xavier Weidenmeyer, and that will be a 1st down for the Patriots.
I think they're going to be slightly short. They're marking them short of the 41-yard line. So I think it's going to be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, do you go for it if you're Coach Ken on this one?
What is a punt going to do you? I mean, I understand it's 30 yards right now, but
looks like they're going to keep Reese Griffith on the sideline, and the Patriots are going to go
Maybe
for it.
They've had some success drawing teams off sides this year.
You got twins left. You got the receiver in motion.
He's looking to the coach for the play now. They try to get him to jump off sides.
Simmons from shotgun. Oh, it opens up like the Red Sea. So he's good.
He got it.
Looks like he got about to the 38-yard line. He only needed the 39. So
fantastic QB run, and Ben Tyner checks back in for the Patriots as their #1 running option.
Simmons knows exactly what to do, and Simmons is going to – Tyner will come back off the field. Looks like he was going to go in. All right, Patriots coming out.
So no running backs in the backfield. We've got twins left, and Simmons takes it up the middle again.
Little spin move to his left. 5
yards.
I like that move by Simmons when he reaches the first level. He'll with the linebackers he'll do a little spin move, and he'll usually pick up a yard or two after that. That's great presence of mind. Know where you're at the field. They're going to say he was tackled at the 36-yard. I'm sorry, at the 34-yard line of Gulf Breeze. 15 seconds rolling clock. We may not get another play off, folks, before the second quarter, and it looks like Pace. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. They probably won't get it off, and so we'll see what happens here.
2 trips left for Simmons. Simmons does snap it, hands it off to Ben Tyner, and Tyner's going to break a couple tackles. And there he goes. Takes a juke inside the 10 to the 5, and a touchdown by Ben Tyner.
Oh, my goodness.
They had Gulf Breeze had it. They had him corralled, and all of a sudden he broke out.
And the Patriots sideline is going nuts, as it should be. Ben Tyner with a fantastic run.
There was no secondary for Gulf Breeze on that one. Everybody came up.
I don't think a single player on the Pace Patriot offense was looking at that clock. We were, and we got. Simmons snapped it with like nothing left, right at 0. And I thought, well, maybe you should have let it go to the second quarter. But Tyner says, I don't think so. I'm going to put one in the end zone here. And so he scampered in, and of course, just like that, it's all tied, pending the extra point here. Reese Griffith. It's going to be up and good. It's 14-14. All right.
Quite the high-scoring game between the Patriots and the Dolphins, all 14 at the end of the first quarter. Can we get a check on Milton and see how they're doing in a must-win game against Tate?
I'll tell you, Gulf Breeze, as great as their offense is, and they've got a great team, we do know that that Gulf Breeze has allowed points this season, and so let's see if we can get a score from our Milton High School, from our Pace Patriot football studios. We'll let you know in just a few minutes. We don't have an update right now.
Just for reference, though, that the game between Milton and Tate is a must-win for both teams. Milton at the moment is 1-4, Tate 1-3, both 0-1 in conference play. Whichever team loses will not have a good chance to make the playoffs or even finish the season with a winning record.
Of course, we just got an update for the Milton game. They're already in the second quarter. It's 7-7, tied score over there at Haywood Hanna Panther Stadium. With Pace kicking off here, number 4, Reese Griffith, does all the duties for Pace on the kicking game. There's the kick. It should go in the end zone.
Beautiful kick, and it does go outside and for a touchback for the Dolphins.
I would assume that given reasonable kicking conditions, he's probably good from at least 60 yards out.
And we saw that in warm-ups, too. I mean, he kept moving back, and it didn't seem to faze him at all, just kept hitting it through the uprights.
All right, so 14-all. I think we anticipated this was the kind of game it was going to be. A game that was a high-scoring affair, and look out for both offenses. And how could Gulf Breeze control Pace control Gulf Breeze's run game? Which I think that overall there was that one touchdown, that one breakaway, but overall they've done a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, Mark Hedge seems that he pulled up his safety. He only got one safety in the backfield, expecting the run, and there's now option to the left for Gulf Breeze. Quarterback kept it, and he should have barely made the.
Great tackle by Brandon Combs, being able to bring down Brent Albertson for the tackle.
So they gave him 1 yard.
I would definitely like to see Pace call a little more pressure and bring a few more blitzes. So far this season, they've had 9.5 sacks from their team, 3.5 from Brandon Combs and 2 from Jackson Ward. If those guys can get to the quarterback, the flow of the game will be much different for the Patriots.
So we've got twins left, one receiver to the right, running back in the backfield with shotgun from the quarterback. He hikes and he hands off to the running back, who takes it up the middle for a minimal gain. Looks like he may have got 1 yard, so we'll bring up 3rd and 8.
The ball officially spotted on the 23-yard line of Gulf Breeze. And so far on 3rd down, they've been able to convert several times tonight in the passing game. Let's see what happens here.
Looks like man coverage by the Patriots. Snap by Albertson. Albertson pump fakes, throws it deep down the field, caught by number 3.
Widener's got the tackle on him, but he beat Beckham for a long game. Beckham was stride for him and then tripped over the receiver's feet.
Great catch by Colin Kember, who, remember, on that second drive of the game had the big, long touchdown that put the Dolphins ahead of the Patriots.
Wow. Gulf Breeze showing their spread ability there. And, of course, Beckham, I think he looks like he was with him, and then he tripped somehow. And so that's going to put Gulf Breeze right into the red zone there. Ball about the 20-yard line. 10:25 left here in the second quarter. Here's the snap. Hand up the field to Coughlin. He's going to fall forward to about the 15-yard line. Of course, the field narrows the closer you get to the end zone. 2nd down and 5, we'll call it, for the Gulf Breeze Dolphins.
Let's see the coach is moving Lee from side to side, trying to get some of that pressure. I mean, he's got to be your best defensive lineman you got in there, number 6.
Yeah, this is when you put your big package in. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback's going to get the snap for the Gulf Breeze. He's going to hand it off.
He goes up the right-hand side, but flag on the play. Let's try to push him back, hopefully.
Looks like it could be a false start on Gulf Breeze from our vantage point. Yep, it is. Going to back him up 5 yards. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10. We'll take whatever we can get right now.
No, and I definitely watch on the right side of the field Xavier Weidermeyer covering Brandon Clayton of Gulf Breeze. He's been in the game quite a lot on offense and defense, and only has Giovanni Matias Ramirez as safety help on his side.
Twins right. And quarterback's looking to the left side against Beckham. It's a catch.
He's out of bounds.
Out of bounds with about 8-yard gain, which gets him a first down.
I thought he got a foot in. Do you have to get 2 feet in or 1 foot in high school?
I believe it's just 1 foot.
Okay.
2 feet in the NFL.
Well, apparently the down marker isn't moving, so they must have called him out of bounds.
They are certainly picking on Beckham tonight. Is that him coming off the field?
Coach just pulled him. No, they just switched sides. So Widener went on the opposite side. I think Widener's following number 15 for Gulf Breeze. Yeah. And they got Beckham following 3. So
3rd down and 10.
It's Twins right, one receiver to the left. And
Pace shows a blitz. Albertson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back, throws it, and he is sacked by Jackson Ward.
All the way back to about the 29-yard line. They're going to mark it with 9 minutes and 28 seconds. Tick, 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 14-14. That's going to bring up 4th down. Do you think Gulf Breeze has a kicker? I was not paying attention.
Well, let's see if 33
during
comes out.
The pregame.
Well, Cade Lombardo, he's not as good as Reese Griffith, but he still does have a leg.
No, they're going to keep their offense out. They're going to say, no, they're not going to go for a field goal. They're going to go for a touchdown here.
So this brings up 4th down and what, about 16?
20, about 20 actually. 4th down and about 20.
Give credit to Jackson Ward on that play, number 3 of sacks for his season so far.
All right, big play, 4th down.
Look like they're going to blitz up. They're coming up the
Pace
middle.
brings the house.
There's Lee. Oh, turn around corner. Oh, beautiful play by Widener on the far side.
No flag
deflection
on the play. The Gulf Breeze receiver is begging for a flag, number 15. Of course, he I don't know. There really wasn't any extracurricular activity going on during the play. Brock Clayton thought he should have had a flag, but the Pace Patriots will take over. Now, of course, given that big reception earlier in the drive, we'll take that, won't we?
Yeah, of course. And, I mean, I feel like if Evan Beckham was still covering Brent Clayton, I feel like that may have been a touchdown catch.
Could have been.
I mean, it's been a tough night for him. We'll see if he can get back on track.
All right, the best thing for Pace would be to drive down and score and take the lead from a mental side in this game.
So Simmons is back there. He hands off to Tyner, who goes up the middle. He's running up the left side, and he's ahead for about 15 yards.
Great run by the sophomore Tyner. He's brought down at the 45-yard line, and I'd like to look at his average for the game because he's got to be at least 7 or 8 yards per carry.
It's been fantastic. You got to give credit to this offensive line, though, holding up no sacks, creating lots of holes for Ben Tyner and Nick Simmons to run through.
Absolutely. Twins right. It fakes the handoff to Tyner, and Simmons takes it up the middle himself for about 3 yards.
That's going to bring up 2nd down. They're going to spot the ball officially at about the 48-yard line of Pace, heading towards midfield and, of course, that south end zone. 8 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the second quarter of action. Pace High School 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. All tied up. Pace comes out.
We got 2. Was it 2? Never mind.
Coach Smith calls
like
a timeout.
By Smith, yeah.
They'll take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pace Patriot Sports Radio. All right, we're back here live at Pace Patriot Stadium. 2nd down and 7 for the Patriots from their own 47-yard line. Here's the snap. Simmons is going to take it up the field. He's going to be brought down across midfield, now into Gulf Breeze territory. They'll say he's actually brought down at about the 48-yard line of Gulf Breeze. So that's going to set up 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. And so pivotal 3rd down if they can convert so far tonight. Pace has been strongest in their running game, so I can't imagine they throw it here.
I was reading the reports on this. Gulf Breeze did their research on Simmons. They've been making sure somebody's on him, which is letting Tyner get a little bit all open.
Put Widener in motion. Simmons takes the run up the middle. Gets a modest gain, and it looks like it's going to be close to the first down marker. May mark 4th and inches.
They may even measure this one. Just an update from our Pace Patriot studios. At halftime, at homecoming over at Panther Stadium, it's 7-7. Milton, of course, taking on the Aggies of Tate High School. And, yes, they're not going to measure it. The white hat here at Pace is going to give them the first down. So just like that, Pace gets a new set of downs at right at the 45-yard line. 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter of action.
Coming up, so we got a single receiver to the right, two running backs in the backfield. Simmons hands it off to Tyner, who's trying to take it up the middle. And then we got a flag on the play, usually where their offensive holding's at.
Could have been a holding. I could see one of the Gulf Breeze players making a face mask gesture, but we'll see what happens. Pace's offense is backing up, so it's probably against the Patriots. Yes, it is. 5-yard penalty. No, it's a 10-yard penalty for holding, yeah.
10, 11, 12. I think he lost count somewhere in there.
Well,
are you just using the lines? He ain't counting off the left foot.
Looks like it will be 1st and 20 for the Patriots as they hope to continue to keep this drive alive. Simmons in the backfield with Ben Tyner, Weidemeyer on the left, Nosh Pierce on the right. Simmons takes a snap, fakes it to Tyner, hands it off to Nosh Pierce.
Oh, Widener's got some room.
Widener breaks
the
the
right
tackle,
side.
and he's
Widener's
going down
gone.
the sideline.
They're not going to catch him.
And Widener takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
wow. Round the right side, Widener on the reverse, and he's going to, of course, go all the way.
He was at the jet sweep right, and he just kept going.
That was officially a 47-yard scamper for the touchdown. And just like that, Pace is up 20-0. How about that? So we've had touchdowns from Widener. We've had a touchdown from did Simmons score? Yeah, Simmons scored.
Jason Alford as well making his first touchdown reception.
Ben Tyner scored. Here's the kick.
Griffiths sinks it through. And I have to say that the focus of the Gulf Breeze defense has really been on Ben Tyner and Nick Simmons and being able to use this trickeration with Nosh Pierce and putting Xavier Weidemeyer in motion. It's really panned out for the Patriots.
And I'll tell you, just like we talked about in the pregame show, I think the key piece for Pace tonight was to figure out how to stop Gulf Breeze's offense. And I think if we can do that, the Pace offense will take care of itself. And so maybe that'll happen here, get a couple stops. And, with 6 minutes, that's an eternity left here in the second quarter. If Gulf Breeze certainly wants to score again right away, but if we can take the ball back from him, maybe put another 7 points on the board, that's got to do a lot to the psychology of the Gulf Breeze Dolphins.
6 minutes, 16 seconds left. I mean, we got 35 points already in the first half. I can see another 14 points going up on the board. It's just which way is it going to go, Gulf Breeze or Pace. Griffith's leading out the special teams to kick off the ball from 40-yard line, and Gulf Breeze back there ready.
Now, if Pace wants to take a page out of Gulf Breeze's playbook, they could always do a squib kick here, as Gulf Breeze does not look prepared for it at all. 3 men downfield, 4 men at the top in the midfield, and we'll see where Reese Griffith kicks this.
Looks like Coach just said, go ahead and just kick it through the end zone. Make it simple. And that's what he does.
Gulf Breeze will start at the 20-yard line and see if they can tie this game back up after a very eventful first half.
I think you nailed it on the head at the very beginning before the game even started. Gulf Breeze has been really good about keeping it pass and run, keeping it even. So Pace can't predict what they're going to do, because those long passes, Lee's not able to get back there when those runs are hitting, and as long as they keep that going equal, it's going to make it hard for Pace's defense out there. But they come out there, they got twins left, twins right. They got a running back in the backfield with quarterback and shotgun formation. And he hands it off and takes it slightly up the left-hand side.
Troy Coughlin going to be stuffed by the Patriot defense. About a gain of 2-yard line, about a gain of 2, and it will be 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins.
6 minutes and 2 seconds left, 21-14. The Patriots on top of Gulf Breeze High School. I'd like to welcome our audience from Gulf Breeze coming in tonight. Gulf Breeze faithful traveling well tonight over on the away side of the stadium.
All right, so Widener's still following number 15 around, and we'll see. Gulf Breeze sets up trips right, one receiver to the left. He's looking to that side of 15 where Widener usually is at. He gets past 43.
Clayton with the catch. Nice tackle,
Ashlock.
though, by the Patriot defense by Lane Stinson.
First down for Gulf Breeze. Ball's officially going to be spotted at the 38-yard line of Gulf Breeze, heading towards that north end zone and the peanut field this year.
So Gulf Breeze comes out, twins left, single receiver to the right, but hands off. Running back takes it up the middle and breaks 3 tackles, and they have to tackle him from behind. 53-43 off pace, leading that. But that's before they gain about 14 yards and a first down for Gulf Breeze.
And that's the impressive skill of Troy Coughlin, as Pace showed a blitz, and they did blitz, bringing 6 pass rushers. Troy Coughlin still found the hole in the offensive line and was able to run through and get a first down for Gulf Breeze.
I tell you, when you watch Coughlin run, it's like a man among boys. I remember watching Trent Richardson run for Escambia, and you got the same feeling when he ran. There he is again. Up the middle, Coughlin's going to head forward and trip over his own feet and finally brought down. It looks like he almost picks up the first down. They're going to say he picked up about
8 yards.
8 yards, maybe 9 yards in that play. Second down and 1.
It's not good when your safety's making that tackle.
Yeah, ball at the 36-yard line of the Patriots. But they did get a stop deep into their own territory last time, so let's see what the Patriots do this time. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second quarter.
No high safety. Looks like the Patriots are bringing a blitz here, and they do. Drops back, throws it deep.
Oh, let's see. Is it incomplete? They had twins left and right, and they went for the farther receiver down there doing a out route.
Giovanni Matias Ramirez with a nice breakup on one-on-one coverage with Brendan Clayton.
Number 43 for Pace, Josh Ashlock, was asking for a holding penalty, and it looked like he was being held, but referees looking downfield at the catch, or what wasn't a catch.
So 2nd and 1, that was just a free play to go downfield. You got a feeling that this might be just a run right up the middle. It's a 3rd and 1 yard.
Watch Coughlin here.
Yep. Shotgun, they hand it off to him. He takes it right up the middle for about 5 yards, and then first down.
And he'll pick up the first down easily.
And looks like Josh Ashlock, number 43, is limping into the sideline, and they will sub in number 53.
That's going to be Camden Lay. He's a junior. So see what Camden Lay can bring to the table.
Ashlock does not look good on the sideline. Goes to sit down on the bench, and he will be checked out by the medical trainer.
Yeah.
As Gulf Breeze comes out, twins left, one receiver to the right. They got 15 and Widener all by themselves out there on an island, but they still hand it off. He's hitting running back's hitting the backfield, but he still stumbles ahead for 5 yards.
Wow, Coughlin just won't go down. He's going to stumble. I mean, what should have been about a 1 yard gain turned into a 4 yard gain. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left, second quarter.
Quite the showing of Coughlin and Ben Tyner tonight, both having stellar performances on the ground, and neither defense seems to be able to stop them. Snap here, drops back, fakes the run, going deep, and looks like it may have been caught by Colin Kember.
From the far side judge.
Yeah, it hit the ground.
Bring it up.
Now, do you know, Brad, is Coughlin a senior or is he a junior?
Coughlin is a senior, yes.
Okay, so this is it for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'll be playing somewhere next year.
Oh, for sure.
All right, Pace Patriot Band warming up in the end zone. We'll have that for you at halftime so you can hear the band wherever in the world you are right now. Got Pace Patriot alumni in Germany listening tonight.
Showing the blitz, snap to Alberson, drops back. Pressure coming. Alberson scrambles, and it looks like he'll get a couple of yards instead of getting sacked. But great job by the Patriot defense.
Yeah, quarterback couldn't find anybody to throw it to. Now, if you're Gulf Breeze, do you kick it here? You get the points because you're going to get the ball right back after the half. just a field goal opportunity to get some points on the board.
That's about 4 yards difference from what they did last time, and they didn't go for it. But maybe the coach is thinking wiser of it since the last time it resulted in a touchdown for Pace going the other direction. So we'll keep our eye on number 33, see if he runs out there into the field for a field goal.
After the first quarter where the Patriot defense gave up 2 straight touchdown drives, it's really been a lot of bend but don't break type style from the Patriots defense this quarter. No points given up. They did have that 4th down stop on Gulf Breeze's last drive. We'll see if they can do it again as Gulf Breeze brings out their offense.
Look for Gulf Breeze to go to the air here in a big play situation, 4th down. Of course, Brock Clayton, number 15, is their big ticket man in the air. Pace probably going to bring a blitz package here.
Looks like man coverage by the Patriots. No high safeties. Alberson takes the snap, drops back, looks right, throwing a crossing route to Brendan Clayton, and he catches it and gets a first down.
Down to the 15-yard line.
Moves the chain for the Dolphins.
Clayton he's the man who went across the crossing route, and just like we predicted, when his hands touch the ball, good things happen for Gulf Breeze.
As you said, number 1 receiver, and him and Troy Coughlin have been quite active tonight for this Gulf Breeze offense.
Yeah, it looks like 15. They've used it twice so far in this drive where Widener just hands him off to Ramirez. And Ramirez just can't catch up on the time of the pass.
Wow, nice zone play there for Gulf Breeze towards the right side, and Coughlin read that well as he stretched it out and was able to pick up 5 yards in the play. Tick, 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 tick. 1:40 left here in the second quarter. And time, of course, is nobody's friend, but Pace hoping for something to happen here. They certainly don't want Gulf Breeze to score going into the half.
Twins left, single receiver to the right. Got 2 running backs in the backfield with Coughlin. Coughlin in shotgun formation, gets the ball.
And the handoff to Queenville.
Fakes the handoff. Coughlin holds on to it. He's still running. I think he might have got in for a touchdown. The referees say touchdown.
And just like that, it's 21-20. Pace still on top, pending the extra point. We're in a shootout here, folks.
What a wonderful run by him.
Yeah, he didn't give up.
No.
Had the look of Nick Simmons, believe it or not. Awesome run by them, and we'll see if Cade Lombardo can knock it through to tie this game up at 21.
It's up and looks good.
And almost a block by the Patriots special teams. Giovanni Matias Ramirez came off the left side. It was just a few yards shy of getting a block of Lombardo.
So we've got 1:11 seconds left for Pace to try to come the other direction. That's plenty of time for Simmons. We'll just see whether Coach wants to go more to a passing game, or is he going to just keep it on the ground? I think if they can get out there, they've been averaging about the 35, 40-yard line on the returns. So if they can do the same thing, all they need is about 20 yards. Not put them in Griffith's range. Let's see whether Gulf Breeze wants to go back to that little pooch kick, which automatically gets them up there to about 35-yard line, or if they're just going to go ahead and try to kick it as far as they can.
Ben Tyner back deep this time. They put Widener at they swap places of Tyner and Widener this time. Number 8. So maybe Widener is hoping to get the ball and do something with it with his speed. Here's the kick. I bet it goes to the left side. Nope.
Lombardo stutters as he gets it and kicks it off, and Widener's going to catch it,
on the
runs
run.
it, gets to the 30,
Ooh.
and looks like a face mask. Will the refs call it?
There it is. Oh, from the
huge mistake by Gulf Breeze, and in spite of the face mask, Widener already got up to the 35-yard line, so that will be an extra 15 tacked on.
Well, I'll tell you, the Gulf Breeze, whoever it was that did the deed there with grabbing the face mask, grabbed like the shoulder pad and the face mask and ripped him around. And so we're not going to name any names here, but that'll benefit the Pace Patriots.
And it's a personal foul, so it is automatic 15.
That's going to put the ball across midfield.
At the 45.
Yeah, it should be at the 45-yard line. So Pace with a minute and 3 seconds could probably make something happen here, you think?
And as you were talking about, I mean, Reese Griffith's range is extremely far. They don't need to go super far to get him in range
So
for a field goal attempt.
I must have missed out on something. So personal foul, face mask at college level is only 5 yards? That's the only thing. Never mind. I'm sorry. They picked up the ball and they're giving the additional
Yeah, they didn't mark
10.
it off.
I saw the referees.
Oh,
put
it was a 10-yard. I thought it was a 15-yard penalty.
It was originally at the 4 and then or 40, and then they
Oh,
put it
okay,
at the
okay.
5. That's the reason I was confused. And then they moved it up another 10 yards. So
50 yards, a minute 3. Yeah, we can do it.
Alford and Tyner in the backfield. 2 trips left. Simmons takes the snap, fakes at the Tyner, runs it up the middle, and gets a modest gain down to about the 40-yard line, gain of 5.
Yeah. Like I say, he brought down right at the 40.
So inside of a minute, we're down to about 50 seconds left. It looks like
Patriots
Coach Kevin's just going to just run it a few times and go ahead and put Griffith out there, take a lead into the
No sense of
halftime.
urgency by the
No,
Patriots.
None.
Simmons takes the snap, hands it off to Tyner. Tyner bobbles the hold and
Whoa,
throws it away.
Interesting. Oh, and he's outside the – I wonder if that's outside, no one receiving.
It looks like it may be intentional grounding on Ben
Intentional?
Tyner.
Was he out of the pocket though? I don't see how it could be intentional grounding.
He was rolling out, but no one was in the facility of the pass.
I didn't know you can intentionally ground if you're a running back on a running play, so I learned something new.
It is interesting, though, that Pace we have seen that from Pace before. Nash Pierce, their sophomore wide receiver, he's actually thrown the ball twice, 1 completion for 5 yards and a touchdown. So seeing that from Tyner,
They're
not
waving
too
it off.
surprising.
The play was waved off. It was not intentional grounding. Because he was well outside the tackle there. So they're going to say second down, incomplete pass.
Second down takes it back to the 45-yard line with 29.3 seconds left. Imagine Simmons is just going to take this up the middle, and he's going to take it to the left. He passes number 2 to Pyers. He catches it at about the 32-yard line.
Great catch. It was a great hit by the Gulf Breeze defense, but Pyers was able to hold on to the ball.
And importantly, Pyers got out of bounds with 23 seconds left. They're going to say it was a no catch. I thought he caught it.
I did too. So it's fourth down,
Ooh.
40. So let's see, you add 10 onto that. That's 50. So a 57-yarder if they were to go for the field goal. Coach is not going to do it. They're going to put their offense out there, possibly try to draw them off sides. If not, it's
2 trips right, Widener in motion across from Simmons. Alford in the backfield as an extra blocker. Simmons looking to the sideline.
4 seconds.
Simmons takes the snap, runs it up the middle, makes a couple men miss, and there it does.
Flag on the play.
So Simmons got to win head for about 4 yards. He would still have been about 2 yards shy, but
We will
it'll
check
come
what the
down to
flag
this
is.
flag. If Gulf Breeze shot themselves in the foot, or here we go. Nope. Holding, offense, decline.
So Gulf Breeze gets the ball back with 16 seconds. Do you think they'll try to do something with it?
I think they will, and more importantly for Pace, a missed opportunity for their after the good return and the face mask call, weren't able to do anything as they see another drive stall out.
You suspect that we'll see some sort of a prevent defense here by the Pace Patriots?
Not sure. Well, I mean, it'd be interesting. They're going to go deep if they're going to do it. So we'll see. They still got Widener on 15.
All right, keep your
on our
eyes
side.
on your ears in the radio land at Brock Clayton, who's lined up on the right-hand side of the radio dial there. There's their ex-receiver.
So we'll see if the safety's going to cheat to Beckham's side or not, because that's who they've been picking on a little bit. And they go that side. Receiver catches it, and it's only headed for about 7 yards.
And Gulf Breeze just going to let it run. No, they're not. They called a timeout. Number 2 will check into the ball game for Pace. You're going to put your best players in a pretty big play to end the half. Pyers will go in.
You think Pyre, they'll just put them down there back on the 20-yard line and just wait to see if there's a Hail Mary not right before the end of the half.
Is it pronounced Pyers or Piers?
I believe Pyers.
Pyers? Okay.
Yes.
And, of course, folks, just to let you know that on the halftime show, we'll talk about college football around the nation right after the bands get done playing. I don't see a Gulf Breeze band out tonight. Yeah, there they are. So maybe they'll play as well. We'll let the bands play, and then we'll talk football before we get back to the second half of action here. All tied up. 7.6 seconds left in the first half. 21-21. The Pace Patriots hoping to keep it that way as we go into the locker room. Second down, and we'll call it 4 for Gulf Breeze. Ball sitting right at the 44-yard line.
So as long as it's not defensive penalty on Pace, this should be the last play of the game. But we'll see. We got Pyers back there up about 30-yard line. And it's a quick out to the running back who drops the ball. So that's going to still give him one more play with 2.8 seconds left.
Number 6, Tylon Lee, thought it might be a fumble, and he picked it up.
Good reaction by Tylon Lee, because sometimes in college football and in the NFL, we do see those plays continue to be played on before they're called off to see if the defense does take it for a touchdown. So great awareness by Tylon Lee.
All right, it looks like that Gulf Breeze is going to line up with 4 receivers, 3 on the right. They might try to take a shot at the end zone here.
And they go with Kaufman up the middle. He's still running. They get him down about a 35-yard line, so statistically it'll look good on his stats.
And the time runs out, and that is the end of the first half. The Patriots and the Dolphins all knotted up at 21 after a very eventful first half of football.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen an offensive showdown like this. So, thinking about the first half, Top, what's your summary from both sides of the field here?
They both got. I mean, offensively, they both got to keep doing what they're doing. Gulf Breeze is doing a better job just picking apart the Pace defense. They've been hitting Beckham pretty hard, and that Kaufman has just been tearing them up. So, I mean, it's that 1-2 punch that Pace is going to have to figure out to take one or the other out of there and hope to do a good job with the other one. But when it comes to Pace, that running game's doing awesome. I mean, Simmons and Tyner's having a great game. Usually Simmons is leading statistically, but Tyner this game by end, I think he's going to be leading the rushing yards.
And what do you think, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really good offensive showing by both teams. But I will say Gulf Breeze has looked more competent through the air and on the ground. With Pace, it only seems like their running game is getting going. They did have the touchdown pass on the first drive, but other than that, Nick Simmons hasn't looked too effective through the air. I'd look for some more RPO action play calling by Kent Smith and the offensive coordinator, and hopefully be able to get him going along with the receivers. But if their defense can step up and be able to stop Troy Coughlin and Braden Clayton, I feel like this could be an entirely different game in the second half.
Absolutely. And with that, we're going to pause for halftime. We're going to go and let you listen to first looks like the Gulf Breeze Band will perform their halftime show, followed by the Pace Patriot Band. And so for all of our fans around the world, especially our men and women in uniform that are trying to get a little sound of home with the Pace Band, we invite you to listen, and we'll be back with more of the halftime show after the bands play. You're listening to Pace Patriots Sports Radio.
You may take the field for your performance from light to dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it a round of applause for the Gulf Breeze Sound Wave. Good evening, Patriot Nation. Get on your feet and please welcome to the field your pride of the red, white, and blue. Tonight, the pride of the red, white, and blue will return to the field to perform their 2022 production entitled Wriggle. Our saxophone soloist for tonight's performance will be Miss Jaden Erickson. Drum Major Emery Carroll, is your band ready? Patriot Nation, get on your feet and make some noise for the pride of the red, white, and blue. Patriot Nation, get on your feet and make some noise for the pride of the red, white, and blue. The Pace High School Band Program is under the direction of Philip McCanowitz and Victoria Donahue. A very special thank you goes out to Principal Stephen Shell and Superintendent Dr. Karen Barber for their continued support of the Pace High School Band Program. We would also like to take the time to recognize our band staff for all that they do for our band program. Color guard staff, Rebecca Belleville, Rachel Belleville, Leo Couliar, Christopher Mills, Mizoni McEvoy. Percussion staff, Garrett Lambert, Landon Frazier, Josh Rodriguez, and Jacob Sally. Wind staff, United States Marine Corps Second Lieutenant Eric Fleury. Spence Howell, Brandon Greer, Carson Meadows, Marcelino Nambo, Blake North, and Gabby Phillips. Design staff, Randy Nelson, C.A. Whitten, and James Gow. Tonight's performance was sponsored by the following businesses: D.R. Gordon, DeBro Automotive, and Sonny's Barbecue. Finally, we would like to thank Dr. Josh Clark and the Sims Middle School Band for coming out tonight and joining us in the stands. We can't wait for all of you to join us on the field next year. This is Landon Frazier signing off. Enjoy the rest of the game and go Patriots!
And welcome back to Pace Patriots Stadium for the second half of action. Of course, if you're looking at your watch and scratching your head, this one got a late start as Gulf Breeze. There was some traffic congestion coming into Santa Rosa County from Escambia County. And so with that, we got a late start. A little over a minute left before we start the second half. So 21-21, it's been an offensive showdown here in Pace, Florida. And before we get started with the second half of action this evening, let's talk about NFL action around the league. Of course, yesterday, the Thursday night game, the Bengals in those white and black uniforms. Did you like that?
Oh, I thought it was a great touch.
Yeah, of course they pull off the victory. Tua getting hurt, 27-15, and so looking forward to this week. A lot of key games happening and big games. First of all, of course, we look down the road at our beloved New Orleans Saints. Do you think they can get the win over the Vikings?
It's going to be a tough game, not just because of how good Minnesota has been this season, but also because of the factor of them playing in London. The different time change, we've seen a lot of teams struggle in playing in London in recent memory after playing in the West Coast or even in the East Coast. And without Michael Thomas, with possibly having to start Andy Dalton this week, I think it's going to be really hard for Alvin Kamara to be able to carry the Saints to the win. I would give the edge to the Vikings, who are favored by 3 in this game.
Yeah, I always thought the NFC should create an expansion team in London called the Redcoats. Could you imagine if you had the Redcoats versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be amazing?
They had their opportunity during the Euro League, and they failed.
All right,
I've made it to several of those Berlin versus London games, and it is.
But, I mean, that would have been really neat. The Seahawks traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. Top, what do you think?
That's just two people just trying to gum their way through the season. So I want to see the Seahawks win, but I haven't seen much. We don't have a running game, really. We knew what the quarterback situation was coming in there with Seattle. Luckily, some of our linebackers and defensive line have come up big for us, but we just don't have the offense, even for the Lions, to do anything, I think.
Do you think it's the time for Seattle to bring in Drew Lock and take out Geno Smith?
No. Drew Lock's no better. At least Geno Smith knew the plays. Pete Carroll's comfortable with them. If we threw Drew Lock out there, it's going to be at the end of the season just to see what he is and see if we can either sign him to something and trade him or just get rid of him completely. It's like Matt Flynn all over again. All these high expectations, and it just panned out for nothing. So.
And Brad, do you think that the 49ers and Jimmy G can get it done tomorrow at Levi Stadium against the LA Rams?
You mean Trey Lance is not quarterback anymore?
No.
I'm just asking.
I mean, it's gonna be tough for them, but I feel like they have a shot. San Francisco has had the Rams number in recent memory.
And here's the kickoff as Pace received to begin the first half, and fumble on the play.
He brings it out to about the 9-yard line, falls forward to the 10.
Bobble catch by Troy Coughlin on the kickoff, but able to recover. But not great starting field position for the Gulf Breeze Dolphins.
Now, Coughlin, who received that kickoff, what's interesting to me is he had one foot, it looked like, in the end zone. I was surprised, maybe from my vantage point I saw it wrong, but I was kind of surprised that he brought that out to begin with. But no harm, no foul there.
So let's see if they're going to start off the same way they ended the first half. Are they going to start picking on Beckham or just let Coughlin just beat up on that defensive line? Lee's still in there. Looks like 53. Is he still in there? Or did 40 Alford come back? Yeah, 53 still in there for Alford. So on the outside linebacker, we got the second string in there. But they come out, twins right, one receiver to the left. Kaufman in the backfield.
Pace showing blitz, takes the snap, hands it off to Coughlin up the middle, and a modest gain of about maybe 2 or 3 yards for the Dolphins. It will be 2nd and 7 upcoming.
11 minutes and 40 seconds starting here, the third quarter of action. And
trying to look along the sideline, see if I even see Ashlock out there. See whether that injury is going to take him out for the rest of the game. We may have to wait till the offense goes out there. Maybe they're just going to use him no more defense, just offensive side. But
Evan Beckham, man coverage.
One high safety for the Patriots. Albertson drops back, throws it, an incomplete intended for Brendan Clayton.
That was good coverage by Ramirez this time. He stuck to his man, and he tried to go, he faked it in and took it out, and Ramirez was right with him step for step.
We were talking to some of the Gulf Breeze staff at halftime as they were coming through, and they said, of course, number 15, Brock Clayton, is a junior, and he definitely he'll be around for another year, as well as their quarterback.
So we got trips right, one receiver to the left with Kaufman in the backfield, with quarterback in the shotgun formation.
Albertson takes the snap, looks right, going to throw it, and going to complete it to Clayton, and it looks like it's enough to move the chains for the first down.
And Clayton is kind of slow to get up, took a big hit there from the Pace Patriot defense, but he does pick up that first down. Ball officially to be spotted at about the 23-yard line.
Looks like Clayton went off, number 11 replacing him after that tackle. So interested. It looks like they're going to come out in twins left, one receiver to the right with Kaufman in the backfield with.
As you mentioned, Josh Lamb subbed in at the top of the screen.
And Coughlin takes it to the right side, and he gets past the first 2 tackles. Third tackle gets him down, about a 6-yard gain.
Brandon Beckham with the tackle.
Well, Coughlin, what a presence. And, of course, from what we understand, definitely a star in the weight room as well. Top, do you think that Coughlin's the kind of guy that would benefit on a rugby field somewhere?
Anybody would benefit some time on a rugby field. That's why I enjoyed most of my time when I was in the military. We didn't have much time. We didn't have the pads, so we had to do something.
10 minutes and 20 seconds, 21-21 all here at Pace High School, third quarter.
Got twins to the left, one receiver to the right, 2 running backs in the backfield, a quarterback in shotgun formation. Quarterback looks like he pitches it out to the Kaufman. Kaufman's taking it to the left side and it's ahead for about 7 yards and a first down.
Little option there, out of the shotgun there. He's going to pick up the first down. They're going to say that Coughlin was officially down at the 42-yard line, heading towards that south end zone, still in Gulf Breeze territory. They're looking for the play from the sideline. And as you watch closely, guys, see if Pace made any adjustments at halftime.
We got twins right, one receiver to the left, running back in the backfield. Clayton's motioning his fullback to the left, hands off to Coughlin, who takes it up the middle for about 2 yards.
He's going to be swallowed by a host of Pace Patriots, including number 98, Andrew Findley.
Well, I bet you Widener's a little bit more, he's a little bit happier out there on that island on the right side, or left side on Pace Patriots. Clayton hasn't made it back into the game ever since he took that big hit. So since he's been gone, I haven't seen a passing pattern either, right? Or passing play.
No.
By Gulf Breeze.
And that's surprising considering that Pace continues to run this 2 high safety sets with Braden Gates and Matias Ramirez.
Shotgun set.
Gates does come up closer to the line of scrimmage. Albertson drops back, throws it to the right side of the field, and it's caught.
Number 7 for Gulf Breeze, Bryson Roulet. And, of course, he's the same receiver that caught the big touchdown pass in the first quarter. And so that's going to put them into Pace Patriot territory. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds after receiving the ball at the 38-yard line of the Patriots. Just like that, they strike again, right, cutting through that secondary. Maybe a change in the coverage, or who knows what it'll take to stop this juggernaut passing offense from Gulf Breeze. 6:27 left here in the third quarter.
2 trips left, 1 to the right, and handoff to Coughlin, and he is stuffed.
That's number 42 who comes on the blitz for the Pace Patriots, Jackson Ward, the junior Sam linebacker, and that's going to cost Gulf Breeze. It's going to set up second down and about 16, and that's what we like to see around here. Of course,
Jackson Ward has certainly made his presence felt. Already had a sack late in the second quarter, and then a big tackle for loss there on Troy Coughlin.
So it looks like Widener's flipping the side of the field, so they're going to put him on whoever the number 1 receiver is, which right now is number 7, who had that big pass catch. There's a flag on the play from the back judge.
It was a delay game against Gulf Breeze. That's going to back him up 5 more yards, which is going to set up second down, and we'll call it about 20. Actually, second down and about 21. So the ball crosses midfield again in the reverse direction. Just inside of the 50-yard line.
So we've got twins left, 1 receiver to the right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Quarterback in shotgun. He's looking to his left. He sees 80 out there all by himself with Ramirez on him again. 80 catches the ball.
That's Jake Hooten for his first catch of the night.
Yeah, for 11 yards it looks about. So it should be 3rd down and 9 to go.
And watching this Patriots defense against this Gulf Breeze defense, I would really like to see more pressure initiated by the Patriots defensive line. Maybe bring a couple extra linebackers in for the blitz instead of playing coverage.
Gulf Breeze coming down here, trips right, one receiver to the left, running back in the backfield with Clayton and Coughlin. Shotgun, timeout.
Gulf Breeze doesn't like what they see, so they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. Be right back. You're listening to Pace Patriot Radio. All right, and we're back here live at Pace Patriot Stadium, beautiful downtown Pace, Florida. There's timeout. Also looking around the league are pregame predictions, and we'll come back with this one. The Falcons traveling to Tampa Bay, but will it be Tampa Bay or Miami this week?
I saw the reports today. They said they're going to go ahead and stay at Tampa Bay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not going to do anything about the hurricane. Oh, and here they come. Gulf Breeze and trips right, one receiver to the left, running back in the backfield with quarterback and shotgun. He's looking deep for 80, going across the middle. He goes a little bit higher. It's an interception.
Intercepted.
Don't bring it out. Don't bring it out. There you good.
Picked off by Zachary Weidermeyer, the star wide receiver. And the Patriots take over at the 20-yard line.
Wow, you couldn't have asked for a better situation from the Cardiac Kids. And so, just like that, Zachary Widener, it comes up with the big play. That might have been the play of the game, folks, right there.
So far it is, and what an amazing ability to slow it down and then take that knee in the end zone, because he would only come out to about 5-yard line. He had plenty of Gulf Breeze.
6 minutes and 46 seconds left here in the third quarter of action.
And a little bit more of good news for Pace. Number 43, Josh Ashlock, did come out of the locker room, and he is back on the sideline moving well after the trainer checked on him. He should be able to come back in the game during Gulf Breeze's next offensive drive.
All right, so Pace will start the drive, right, the first drive of the second half. 6 minutes and 46 seconds with the ball at the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line. Nick Simmons will get the ball, shotgun formation. He's going to keep it up the middle, and he will spin around to his right and maybe pick up 2 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
I have to give it to the coach. I'm not one for patience, but at this level, I guess, he's seen it, he's done it, and he knows this is going to work out for the team. So we got Twins left, one to the right. Simmons, he's going to the outside. He looked like Pyers got 2 feet down on the 31-yard line.
Fantastic catch by Pyers. Remember, at the end of the first half, he made a similar catch going to the south side and wasn't able to haul it in. Great redemption play by Pyers.
Pace comes out. We got Twins to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Simmons looks. He goes up the middle, slightly up the left side, head for about 3 yards. With a little under 6 minutes to go, he looks at the sideline on 2nd down and 6 to go. Pace Patriots come out. Twins right. 2 running backs in the backfield. Simmons in shotgun formation. He gets the ball. He looks. He running up the middle again. He gets about 2 yards on it before the nose tackle takes him down.
That's going to bring up about 3rd down and 3, we'll call it. Ball officially spotted at the 38-yard line of the Patriots, heading towards that north end zone. And this year they planted peanuts across Norris Road, And 21-21 all, 5 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the third quarter of action.
Star running back Ben Tyner subs out. Zachary Weidemeyer in. 2 trips left. Zachary Weidemeyer goes in motion. Jason Alford in the backfield with Simmons.
And the flag, they called it. He was going on 2, and looks like Gulf Breeze came across on 1.
Looks like it's going to be for Gulf Breeze, Grayson Bernecki, who's going to he's patting himself on the head. And so that'll be a first down for the Patriots. Ball very close to midfield, inching closer. I'm going to say it's officially at the 43-yard line. First down and 10 for the Patriots. Under 5 minutes now, 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Tyner comes in at the last minute.
And Pace is going to call timeout.
Pace, offensive, look a little bit confused with Tyner coming in at the last moment. That was a good call by the coach, because if they would try to run that play, that would have been a legal substitution anyways. So, yeah.
All right, so thinking about this weekend, another college game in our college picks, you've got, of course, Clemson, who's currently at number 5, hosting the Wolfpack of North Carolina State, who's number 10 of all, ranked number 10, if you can believe that. Will the Wolfpack give Clemson any problems this weekend?
I'm going to have to defer to Brad on this one. I hope he knows a little bit more about North Carolina than I do.
And it's going to be a good game between the two. Devin Leary of NC State has looked really good, but so is DJ Ulilangle. I'm sorry, I can say Tua Tagovailoa, but not that guy. Both teams have looked very good, but I do give Clemson the edge just based off of their history and pedigree.
All right, shotgun formation. Simmons will get the snap. He's looking for a pass. He's dropped backs. He's got a receiver wide open, number 8. He connects.
Weidemeyer catches and makes a juke, going 10-5.
Touchdown.
Patriots.
Number 8 for Pace High School. Zachary Widener was wide open.
And those are the kind of plays we want to see from Nick Simmons, being able to throw the ball deep down the field and being able to open up the run game.
Well, the key to that whole thing was the single coverage that Gulf Breeze. I mean, you kind of take what the defense gives you, and they gave him that single coverage. He moved across the deep slant, and Widener was wide open. And what's interesting is that was completely telegraphed, because the Gulf Breeze defensive line and linebackers were anticipating a run from Simmons. He's been doing it all game, and they gave him a different result. Here we go for the extra point. Number 4, Reese Griffith. The kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, 28-21. My goodness, things getting exciting here at Pace High School. What do you think about that, Top?
I was actually the offensive line is what got me. I didn't think they were going to be able to hold them back as long as it took for that play to develop. That Widener would get back behind that secondary. I really give all the credit to that play. Not only Widener for catching and getting open, but the offensive line as well.
Well, I'll tell you, we were talking to one of the Gulf Breeze coaches at the half, and he did mention that they really have a lot of respect for this Pace offensive line, how stout they are, how strong they are, and so definitely gave Simmons as much time as he needed. And I was impressed with that Simmons throw, weren't you, Brad?
Yeah, very good throw on target, not behind the receiver, but not too far in front of him. Just placed it right on Xavier Weidemeyer. Great catch and a great juke to get by the safety and be able to cut back into the end zone.
I was going to say, going back to the offensive line, I mean, back when you played, Mayor, they didn't put freshmen on offensive lines very often, did they?
No, and that Ty Wise is a freshman offensive lineman. Here's the kick, and it's going to sail into the end zone. No return. That's what you want to see. And just like that, Pace takes the lead. And so Pace defense picks up. I think the key to the whole thing was that interception. And, of course, who caught the interception?
Of course, Xavier Weidemeyer.
Yeah, Weidemeyer. He's the same guy that scored the touchdown. He might be our player of the game.
That's what I was about to say. I'm picking him from both offense and defense. I got dibs. So here comes Gulf Breeze out there. Let's see, did 43 go back in yet for defense? No, he's still off the field. So we'll keep an eye. Once again, I'll keep an eye on that for you guys at home. So we got twins right, one receiver to the left. Shotgun formation by the quarterback. We'll Coughlin back there with him. And it looks like option right. They go option right. It pitches out to Kaufman. Kaufman takes it to the outside and head to out of bounds after a 6-yard gain.
I would I'm just speculating. I would estimate Coughlin's got to be about a 4'6", 4'5" guy. But he's just so big and so strong. And he really he can run east and west, but he's really a north-south back. And he can do some really, really real damage to a defense. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here, folks, in the third quarter of action. 28-21, Pace on top. Shotgun formation by the Gulf Breeze Dolphins.
One high safety for Pace. Albertson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it to the right side, and a catch is made and a couple of broken tackles.
Is that number 80 on the far side?
That's right.
It was.
Looks like finally the receiver for Gulf Breeze will be brought out of bounds at near the 40-yard line. Looks like the line judge is going to say. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Gulf Breeze from their own 40, heading towards that south end zone, pointing towards, of course, Florida Town and the old Andrew Jackson Hotel. Here is 4:10 left on the clock, and Gulf Breeze making a move on the ball.
Got twins left. Got one receiver to the right. Kaufman in the backfield with a cornerback in the shotgun formation. He gets the ball. It's a quick out to number 7.
And a fantastic tackle.
Beckham comes up with a tackle. He was being blocked by the inside receiver, and he does a spin move and is able to trip up number 7 for a loss. That was pretty impressive.
Was, especially with the 2-on-1 in favor of Gulf Breeze, like you said, able to break the first guy and able to secure the tackle.
Beckham is only a sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this Pace varsity. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 13, we'll call it.
You got twins right, one receiver to the left, Kaufman in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Quarterback looks to the right. He looks like he's going to the outside receiver who breaks the tackle. Number 3 gets across. Gets away from Ramirez and scampers ahead for about 14 yards.
Colin Kemper has had a very nice game. Along with Clayton, both of them have played exceptionally well on the outside, as you can see, making Matias Ramirez miss on the sideline and getting by him for a nice game.
All right, officially the 44-yard line. We'll say that Gulf Breeze was out the 44-yard line, so here we go. Crossed midfield now.
Twins left, one receiver to the right, Kaufman in the back. Field. Shotgun formation, he hands it off. He takes it up the right-hand side. He gets ahead he breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles. He broke the pass, secondary. Nobody's going to touch him.
And Coughlin's going to go in for the long touchdown.
That was a good 45-yard scamper.
And just like that, Gulf Breeze strikes again. And again, now we were had a short conversation with the Gulf Breeze coaching staff, and it was speculated maybe the last team that has the ball might win, and that might be true.
Both teams starting off hot in the second half, each with touchdown drives. And Cade Lombardo will look to tie it up at 28 apiece with his PAT. Lombardo knocks it through.
And it's good.
All right, so just like that, it's 28-28. Did you think this would be a 56-point ball game?
I knew it was a high-scoring game. We knew this from the get-go. It was just which defense is going to come up and start playing, and I don't know.
But don't count the kids from Pace, Florida out yet. They're known as the cardiac kids for a reason. This is when they rise to the occasion, these close games, especially if the game is anywhere near Norris Road. They are definitely going to do some wild stuff here. And so here they come, and, of course, going to receive the ball from Gulf Breeze in just a few moments. Third quarter almost in the books, folks. Only 3 minutes left. I think this is going to be an interesting fourth quarter. Did you have some freedom fries earlier? Were they good?
I did. It was a little bit of jalapenos and chilies and cheese.
Lombardo set to kick it off. And he will actually kick it off, and it will be what looks like a touchback.
Wow.
So he does have the opportunity.
It makes you wonder why they haven't been doing that the whole game. The Gulf Breeze kicked it deep into or not. Well, they at least kicked it into the end zone, but they've actually kicked a pooch kick every time they've kicked it off tonight. So Pace will now have the ball at the 20-yard line. The worst start to field position for the entire game for the Pace Patriots. And we'll see what Coach Ken Smith has in mind.
All right, so Alford did make it back out there.
You have 2 trips right, single receiver to the left. You have Alford and Tyner in the backfield. Hand off to Tyner, and it's going to get a nice gain of about 4 or 5 yards, moving the pile back.
Well, the referees weren't. Well, that was a little unnecessary roughness on shoving Tyner to the ground, but they're going to say he gained maybe 3 on that, so they didn't give him as much as we had hoped. So we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Pace Patriots. Ball spotted right about the 22, 23-yard line. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. Pace looking to the sideline for the play. And they're actually going to huddle up. Now they're going to break the huddle. They're going to send out 2 receivers to the right. Eye backfield. Here's the snap. Oh, fumble by Simmons. He's going to pick the ball up, and he's going to throw it away. No, he's not going to throw it away. He'll be sacked for a huge loss. It looked like he was trying to throw it away, and that's going to bring it. They're going to
10-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to say he was actually the 9-yard line.
Taken down by the outside linebacker Hepworth of Gulf Breeze. Big mistake by Nick Simmons and the Patriots offense. Probably the first big one tonight. Simmons
was looking downfield, and that's one of those things that it's the little things you got to do. But we'll see if he can make it up. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 20 for the Pace Patriots. Ball spotted just inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Simmons and hold up. No, referees blow the whistle, throw a flag, false
Looks
start.
like a false start against the Patriots. It's going to back them up even further. This is not what we needed.
And they will go half the distance to the goal, and Pace will be backed up even further, and it looks like Pace may be going 3 and out on this drive. Unless the Cardiac kids can muster up some magic on this next play.
Definitely, at this point, 3rd down and probably 25, as you said, you're probably looking for some punting room here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got Tyner in the backfield, and it's a closed formation. They faked the handoff.
And Simmons fumbles again near the goal line.
Safety.
It should be at the 1-yard line.
And down at the half-inch line. Very close to a safety, which would be quite
Simmons
monumental.
dropped it a second time. So that's going to bring up 4th down from their own yard line.
Half-yard line.
Goal line. And so now Pace is going to have to punt. And so out comes the star kicker, and then he definitely has that skill set. Reese Griffith, you think he can get it off?
I think he'll be able to get it off. No matter how long the distance, I think Gulf Breeze is going to have good field position, but as long as Reese Griffin can get this ball at least 40 yards out, be good for the Patriots.
No pressure from Gulf Breeze, and it's a high punt coming down to about the 30-yard line. So it'll be on the 30-yard line of the Patriots. Gulf Breeze will be starting.
Wow, great field position for Pace to start this drive.
And I have to say, on the drive, Nick Simmons looked very rattled. 2 bobbled snaps, 2 fumbles, but he recovered both of them.
Yeah.
Do you think it's time for the Patriots to bring out junior Ethan Diamond in?
I don't think so. I think you go with the horse that brought you to the show, and I'm sure as great. Diamond does have the ability. I think Simmons has kind of got him to this point, so he'll come off the sideline. He'll take a breather, and I think he'll be fine. What do you think, Top?
I'm waiting to see who the coach is going after. Was it the center or was it Simmons that they're going to end up talking to? Because the first one looked like the center. It wasn't a good snap, but the second one was all Simmons. But it looks like the offense down there, they're huddled around the screen. They'll figure it out. Well, while we're doing that, we've got twins right, 1 receiver to the left for Gulf Breeze. Flag on the play before the play even starts. So let's go ahead and push him back another 5 yards. Delay of game against Gulf Breeze.
And we've seen a lot of those calls go against Gulf Breeze. A lot of false starts, a lot of delay of games. And as we said before, this isn't CenturyLink Field, home of the 12th man. But Pace Patriots Stadium is making a lot of noise, kind of disrupting Gulf Breeze.
Gulf Breeze stays in the same formation. Twins right, 1 receiver left. Kaufman in the backfield. And a handoff to Kaufman up the middle. linebackers are back there waiting for him, and they stop him before the original line of scrimmage of the 30-yard line.
Last update we've had from our Pace Patriot Sports Studios, 14-7 Milton over Tate High School in the third quarter. So as we get updates, we'll put those in. Less than a minute left. Tick, tick, tick in the third quarter.
Twins right, one receiver to the left. Same formation they had last time. Quarterback's in the shotgun formation. He gets the ball. He looks to his right for – oh, he's all by himself if he can catch the ball.
And he underthrows the receiver.
Well, he didn't ever throw. His arm got hit from behind as he tried to follow through with the throw, and I question how the number 7 was that wide open again.
Because they with a quick out, they thought they were going to go to number 3, so both the cornerbacks went to go attack 3, and they just left 7 all by himself. So with that pump fake, 7 got behind him. But fortunately, like you said, somebody hit that quarterback's arms, and he wasn't able to follow through. So we're taking a third down on the 31-yard line, 11 yards to go for a first down.
We're definitely in 4-down territory because Gulf Breeze has not shown they're going to kick a field goal in this area of the field.
We got trips right, one receiver to the left. Kaufman's still in the backfield with the quarterback and shotgun. He looks to his left to the 80. It's a quick pass out, and Beckham, he's in there. Nice tackle, gets to the 25-yard line, which will make 4 yards short of a first down.
Number 29, Beckham, is going to tackle number 8, Jake Hooten of Gulf Breeze. He'll pick up a couple yards. It's now going to be 4th down, and we'll call it 3 for the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. Ball officially spotted at about the 24-yard line, and Gulf Breeze wants to think about this. They're going to take a timeout. And if you're Gulf Breeze, Top, what do you run here? Knowing what they've got.
Field goal. Absolutely would go for a field goal on this possession. You saw that the kicker has a leg. We've been wondering about that the whole time, and then we saw him just kick it through the into the end zone on the last kickoff.
Yeah.
But if you're going to run it, I would just give it to Kaufman up the middle. He's just too big. And like you said, he's more of a north-south runner, not an east-west. So I only could believe that they should be able to.
Well, it looks like the kicker for Gulf Breeze is going to stay on the sidelines, and number 1 is coming out of the huddle. So I'm not a betting man, but if I was going to put a wager on it, I'd say that it's probably going to go either into number 1's hands or number 15.
Now, gentlemen, I will say poor clock management by Gulf Breeze. That's their second time out of the half, and they could have just let the quarter run out.
Here's the field goal team that came out onto it, 33.
Oh, they brought him out anyways. Wow.
Cade Lombardo will attempt to make the game 31-28. Sorry, Falcons fans, for the reference. Snap is good. Lombardo's
no good.
And it's
no
wide
good.
left.
Oh, my goodness.
Lombardo had the distance, but just shot it a little too far left. And the score remains 28-all.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if Pace managed to drive down the field and kicked a field goal from a similar distance? But, we like that. That's the next best thing that could have happened. And so just like that, no points are exchanged. Still 28-all with a 1.6 seconds left. Pace will probably get one play off before the end of the quarter. We'll flip sides of the field. And so first down and 10 from their 20-yard line, heading towards the Peanut Field, the north end zone. There's the snap.
Hands it off to Tyner. Tyner takes it up the middle for about a yard.
And that'll do it, folks. Now it's the fourth quarter of action.
And as we can see on the sideline, quick update for number 42, Jackson Ward, who does have 2 tackles for loss and a sack in this game. He is on the sideline getting checked out by the trainer. Looks like his shoulder has been aggravated. Hopefully he'll be able to get back on the field soon.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Again, 14-7 over at Milton High School for homecoming. That's the last update we've got from our studios, so that's an interesting game over there as well. "12 minutes on the clock. And so let's see if the Cardiac Kids can take care of business here in the fourth quarter. Tonight's game sort of reminiscent of the old Mickey Lindsay days. kids flying around, swarming around the football, exciting things happening here at Pace High School. And so this team, this very young Pace Patriot team, this is their biggest test of the season so far.
So Pace Patriots coming out with twins left. Nobody in the backfield except for the quarterback in shotgun formation. Hikes it, fakes the jet sweep, and takes it up the middle himself for about a yard. So we'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
All right, 3rd down and 6, and with Pace, I would imagine this could be a passing situation or perhaps a run.
I would like to see Simmons do like a bootleg or something.
Yeah.
And we have seen him go on the bootleg a couple of times, and even throwing on the opposite side of the arm, throwing to the left side, he's been quite efficient.
Nash Pyers checks in the game. Looks like Pace was trying to draw Gulf Breeze off sides.
We got trips left now. Simmons looking that way. He's looking at
like a screen pass and catch by Widener, but immediately tackled by Gulf Breeze.
So Pace is going to have to punt. That's 4th down.
That was a good tackle by Ryan Deal that came up.
And Pace will punt the ball away back to Gulf Breeze after 2 consecutive touchdown drives by the Patriots and the Dolphins to open up the 3rd quarter. It has been not so good of an offensive showing between both teams.
And if you look at on the ground level, Pace defense is not getting much of a break here.
Mm-hmm.
Griffith's back there from kicking from his own 10-yard line. He
good kick.
I think he might have got above.
Kickoff. But a nice bounce and roll by the Patriots.
To the 25-yard line of the nice.
That was a decent punt for you said the 25-yard line it went out?
25-yard line. Kaufman was back there, but just over his head and to the right, so he couldn't catch up with it.
And that's,
beautiful punt.
It's the 3rd time we've seen Patriots struggle with ball control on the 2 handoffs, both fumbles, and then Reese Griffith struggling to handle the snap. But none of them have resulted in any turnovers, which is good news for the Patriots, but certainly keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the game.
And we don't know if this is official, but just in, Milton gets a win tonight against Tate. They are a little bit ahead of us. We got a late start, so that's probably possible.
Gulf Breeze comes out, twins right, 1 receiver to the left. Kaufman in the backfield with his quarterback. Quarterback in shotgun, hands it off to Kaufman.
Final score 21-7, Milton over Tate. So congratulations on homecoming over there. And now 7 miles down the field at Norris Road. It's a shootout here, 28-all. Gulf Breeze with the ball. 2nd down and 7, we'll call it. Ball placed on the 27-yard line. Of course, 10 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the 4th quarter of action.
Kaufman in the back. We got twins right, 1 receiver to the left. Kaufman looking left, looking right. Receives the ball, fakes the handoff. It goes option right, but holds on to it for no gain. So bring up 3rd and 7 still.
Great tackle by Brandon Combs.
I'm saying that the Gulf Breeze, their offense has been stifled ever since 15 went out.
Yeah,
he hasn't come back in, and they've had a couple good plays, but it's not the same offense without him.
No, it's not. So the Gulf Breeze quarterback, he could have pitched it, but he decided to keep it up the field, and, of course, he got popped. And that's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 7, still 3rd and 7 for Gulf Breeze.
We got twins right, twins left. Kaufman in the backfield with him. Quarterback's looking to his left.
Number 80, the receiver on the play. He's going to catch the ball on the drag route there. And finally, he's pushed out of bounds.
By Carmelo Smith, the linebacker, senior linebacker.
Yeah, near the 46-yard line. 1st down and 10, Gulf Breeze. And, of course, that passing attack from Gulf Breeze has been the Achilles heel for our defense tonight. 8 minutes, 53 seconds left, folks, here in regulation.
Gulf Breeze comes out, twins right, 1 receiver to the left. Kaufman in the backfield. It's handed off to him. He takes it up the right side. He's in the 2nd zone, so he takes it to the 45-yard line with the Pace Patriots. So 8-yard gain.
Nice effort by Tylon Lee and Matias Ramirez with the tackle. to be able to bring Coughlin down.
So this is a give-me play. 2nd and 1 is where they're going to mark it at. So we'll see if they do again what they did in the first half where they threw it down the field. Or are they going to play more conservative?
Might take a shot here, as you're saying. 2 receivers lined up on the left, 1 on the right. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep the ball. Option around the right side. He pitches to Coughlin, and he's going to muscle his way out of bounds, pick up the first down. They'll say he officially went out of bounds at the Pace Patriot 38-yard line. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, 28 all. Gulf Breeze threatening. Number 48 checks out of the ball game for Pace. That's Carmelo Smith.
Gulf Breeze comes back out in the same formation. Twins left, 1 receiver to the right. Coughlin in the backfield. Quarterback in shotgun formation. Moves his fullback to the left. Coughlin follows right behind him on the left-hand side and goes ahead for about 4 yards. So the ball's at the Patriot 35-yard line. And Gulf Breeze comes back out again. You'll have Twins left, Twins right. Coughlin in the backfield with the quarterback in shotgun formation.
Look for Gulf Breeze to pass here. Here's shotgun formation. Quarterback with the snap. He's looking to throw here. He's looking at his left side. He's got a receiver wide open, and he's going to catch the ball. He's going to be brought out of bounds.
Great catch by Josh Hooten, his 3rd of the game.
Yeah.
3 targets, 3 catches.
So
They're going to say he was officially out at the 22-yard line. Gulf Breeze getting close to the red zone, threatening here. Pace would love a turnover at this point. Number 40 checks out of the game for the Pace Patriots. That's going to be Logan Henschrick.
you got trips right, 1 receiver to the left, quarterback and running back in the backfield. And there's a flag on the play before the play even starts.
It looks like it may have been a false start on Gulf Breeze. Let's see what the official call is. Yes, and so that's going to back him up 5 yards. We'll take anything at this point, folks. 7 minutes, 26 seconds left here. Gulf Breeze with the ball, driving towards that north end zone, towards the baseball field.
Gulf Breeze comes out in that standard 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kaufman in the backfield with the quarterback and shotgun. Shotgun hikes the ball, looks option left.
Fumble.
The ball. He picks it back up, but not before he loses another 3 yards.
Smart play by Coughlin to go out of bounds rather than dive down and pick it up.
Absolutely, and of course, they do lose yardage on that. It's going to be 2nd down and about 10, and so the ball officially will be spotted at the 33-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down and about 20.
Yeah, 2nd down and 20. 7 minutes left here. Running clock. Tick, 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 tick. Actually, I'm sorry. 7 minutes. Shotgun formation. Quarterback looks over his field. He's got a receiver open. He can't get anything open. Big sack by the Patriots.
And it's
as
Tylon Lee.
Tylon Lee, yes, brings him down, and the quarterback loses huge yardage on this. They're going to say
Fenley also there on the pressure.
And Bishop back there.
Number 91 in on the tackle as well. Mason, you said Mason Bishop, and of course they're going to say that the quarterback was officially brought down the 42-yard line, and so that pushes them back. So now 3rd down and Texas for Gulf Breeze.
So they need to get to the 23-yard line, and they're on the Patriot 42, so about 19 yards before. And there.
Gulf Breeze is going to go for it. Cardiac Kid's coming with the
Alberson
blitz.
Takes the snap, looks right. Alberson scrambling outside of the pocket, throws it across the field.
Wow, number 23 for Pace with the Brandon Gates. He got a hand on it, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf. Gulf Breeze would love to have that one back, and now the ball turns over on downs. Can you believe that? My goodness.
Pace certainly got a break on that as Gulf Breeze was driving. Penalty, the big sack took them back, and Pace is going to get some good field position with a chance to take the lead here.
Maybe Brad, maybe the momentum tap is on the Pace Patriot side, because that was an impressive. That's what we were talking about all night long. How was the Pace defense going to respond to this offense? Here's the punt. So there's a flag on the play.
Is it a delay game?
Oh, that's good. That'll back them up. Delay a game against Gulf Breeze.
Looks like that may have been tactical to give the punter more room.
Could have been. Could have been.
Either way, Widener's back there, just ready for this punt to come to him. So be kicking from the Pace's 47-yard line. And it's a bad kick. Pace Patriots got to watch out.
In great field position for the Patriots, they will start at about their 35-yard line with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the game.
So that was only about a 17-yard punt overall. And lucky for the Pace Patriots, they can do a nice long drive. That might finish it.
Pace
I
would
can
love.
see a 6-minute drive out of
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Well, you got to remember the last 2 times that Pace has had the ball, they've been almost 3 and out, and so not able to get anything going here. And so we'll see what happens. Coach Ken Smith going over final instructions and probably what's going to be the most important drive of this game for the Pace Patriots. Not to second guess anybody or predict too much, but Top, what would you run if you were Coach Smith here for the Pace? What do you like?
I like Tyner or get it out to Widener, one of the two. Okay. They're all getting on Simmons right now. They're expecting him to go up to center. I think if they get to Widener on the outside or they get him on a jet sweep or something like that, that's what I'd like to see.
And as you said, we haven't seen too much of Ben Tyner in the second half. After an electric first half, he is in the game right now with Simmons. Jason Alford also in the backfield as an extra blocker. 2 trips right, 1 to the left. Puts Widener in motion. Simmons hands it off to Tyner. Tyner cutting upfield and looks to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about a gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, looks like they may have given him a yard on that play, Ben Tyner. Yeah. And so not much happening there. 5 minutes, the goalpost is in the way. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 21 all. Pace with the ball. An impressive stop there on defense. And so we're looking at second down and 9. And you got to get it, I think, in your playmakers' hands. Widener, Tyner, Simmons. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Simmons. Reverse.
And if Gulf Breeze was waiting for it, it's going to be dropped for a loss. It's going to be a loss of about 7 yards.
Coach Smith is not happy on the sideline. Rightfully so, a big loss. Great defensive play by Gulf Breeze, but that will back Pace up for a long third down attempt.
That's going to bring up third down and 20 for Pace now after that huge loss on the reverse.
There were 3 Gulf Breeze defensive players back there waiting for him to come back the opposite direction. So I don't know if that fell on the offensive line or one of the receivers on the other side didn't hold a block. Or that play wasn't going anywhere. So I can understand why Coach Smith, he's getting angry. But they come back out. We got Twins left, 1 receiver to the right, Tyner in the backfield. And he's looking deep. He's looking for the wide. Ooh.
And deflection by Gulf Breeze. That was by Queenville.
So that's a punting situation now on fourth down. Could not convert. And so we'll ask the defense to do it one more time. And you can see Widener talking to Simmons saying, you got to put it over on the near the sideline when you throw it downfield. And so 4:17 left on the clock. Can the defense do it one more time?
I do like the play call right there, going deep on third down. I
Nice
mean, worst
punt.
comes to worst, could be an arm punt if it's picked off.
Oh, they didn't. He let it go again.
A
What a
fantastic
horrible
roll by
call.
Griffith.
Coughlin's got to be just wondering what's going on. A
Flag
comes
on
in
the play.
Number 53 is looking around with his arms up in the air. He was expecting something, so I don't know if it's a hit in the back or personal foul.
Well, he's going, and of course the line judge going right to the white hat.
So the ball's marked at the 11-yard line, waiting on this flag.
Widener's talking to the white hat. Not sure who this was on, but I bet it's going to be a personal foul of some sort. Pace coach is on the field.
Just over 4 minutes left in the game.
And the
This
finger
is do or
point-
die time.
The finger pointing's going on both ways. Oh, it's going to be against Gulf Breeze. I'm not sure what it was, but it'll be a 15-yard penalty for sure. And they're gonna down the ball near the 11-yard line. No.
Come out. It should be about the 6-yard line after half distance. And here's the call for personal foul. Gulf Breeze.
And these are the types of moments that you dream as a high school football player. Do or die time, all tied up. It's going to be some crucial plays on this next Gulf Breeze drive, and if Pace gets the ball back.
No, the penalty backs up even further. It's going to be on the 5-yard line of Gulf Breeze. Wow.
Twins right, one receiver to the left. Coughlin to
Blitz
the right.
by the Patriots.
Oh,
A screen pass over the middle of the Coughlin, and he gets a nice gain. Swung down. No personal foul called on the play, but it will move the chains for Gulf Breeze.
looked like a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, they didn't. He almost got it, but not
second and one.
Second
My
and one.
apologies.
3 minutes and 44 seconds, folks. Do not go anywhere. This is a nail biter. All tied up at 28 points each. Gulf Breeze with the ball.
You know where this is going. Right in the middle. And he still gets ahead for a good 2 yards. It's going to give him a new first down. Gulf Breeze is moving. So they're going to mark this ball at about the 19-yard line. 18-yard line, as I was. Gulf Breeze comes out, Twins right, one receiver to the left. Coughlin in the backfield. Quarterback in shotgun formation, waiting for the referees to get out of the way. All right, the referee's finally backing out of the way, so Gulf Breeze can hike the ball. Coughlin in shotgun formation, hikes the ball. Option right, but he keeps it, or option left, but he keeps it himself for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Let's bring up second down, and we'll call it 5 for the Patriots. 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Clock running right now. Actually, they're going to say he got more. Second down and 3. Ball officially spotted at the 25-yard line of Gulf Breeze, heading towards the peanut field, the north end zone here at Pace High School. Here's the snap. Coughlin gets the ball on the right side. He's got a little bit of running room. He's finally going to be brought down after he picks up the first down at the 31-yard line. And so that'll reset the sticks, but my goodness, he's been doing that all night long. Clock still continuing to run. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 28 all at this point.
Gulf Breeze comes out with trips left, one receiver to the left. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Coughlin in the backfield with the quarterback. Quarterback in shotgun formation, looks over. Says he's looking for the hike. Looks to his left, he's looking deep, but he's not going to have time as the Pace Patriots hit him. He still falls forward for about a yard.
Carmelo Smith in on the tackle.
Number 3, Cohen Kimber, the ex-receiver on the right side, was wide open. There was nobody around him. He was all the way down at the Patriot 45-yard line, jumping up and down saying, "Throw me the ball." I'm not sure.
There was some miscommunication because Widener was jumping up and down trying to get to his secondary to look at him. So Gulf Breeze comes out, Twins right, Twins left. There's only one cornerback on the right side. The linebacker dropped back.
Wide open on the corner route by Rue.
Was he out of bounds, or the ball's caught at about the 46-yard line of Gulf Breeze on the pass, and they're going to say that he was.
And as you said, there was only one cornerback on that side with 2 receivers. Not a great matchup for Pace.
The clock did stop with 4 minutes and actually.
They're trying to drop those linebackers
1 minute, 31 seconds.
To cover a receiver, but I would take that matchup any day if I was Gulf Breeze.
First and 10, ball at the 46-yard line of Gulf Breeze, heading towards midfield. Patriots show blitz. Quarterback throws the ball to the left side. He gets a receiver wide open, number 80, who'll be pushed out of bounds close to the first down. They cross midfield to the 45-yard line of the Pace Patriots.
And I think that's going to move the sticks again. So.
And yeah, the clock does stop because he did get out of bounds. The Gulf Breeze receiver, a minute 23. Now they are in Patriot territory. Things getting really nervous here for the Pace Patriot faithful. The stadium, of course, packed here tonight. Sidewalks roll up here in Pace for Friday nights.
Got trips right, one receiver to the left, Kaufman in the backfield, shotgun formation from the quarterback. He looks to his right, comes back to his left, tries to run it himself, and is tackled at the line of
94 for the Pace Patriots. That's Brandon Beckham. He is going, the senior defensive lineman. He wraps the quarterback up for, if you want to call it a sack. That's going to bring up
second down and 11.
A 2-yard loss. Yeah, well, second down 11 on that play. A minute 14. The clock should be running. The timeout called by Pace. Actually, it could be an official timeout. No, it's Pace timeout. Pace timeout on this one. Defense wants to talk it over. It's the defensive coordinator, Mark Edge, his first year here at Pace High School, definitely being put to the test tonight. Can't believe this. Of course, we'd like to congratulate the rivals down the road, 7 miles away, Milton High School on homecoming night, getting a win over Tate, 21-7. We look forward to the annual Battle of Highway 90 in a few weeks. But here tonight, Gulf Breeze, who definitely has a very, very talented ball club tonight, coming into Pace Patriot Stadium. And it's been an offensive showdown tonight, 28-all. Here we are, a minute 14 left in the fourth quarter of action. Big second down. They're going to call it 2nd and 11. Gulf Breeze is going to line up in shotgun. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And he's looking over the defense, number 18, the quarterback. He gets the snap, and with that, he's going to do a little option read to the right. Fumble on the ground, and the ball is picked up by Coughlin, the number 1, the running back, falls harmlessly to turf after he jumps on it, and that's going to bring up 3rd down, and that's about the best thing that could have happened right there.
Yeah, he had a lot of open space in front of him. He hadn't dropped that ball. He had at least had 6 yards.
Man, 3rd down, the Cardiac Kids, 3rd down and 11.
Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Kaufman in the backfield with shotgun formation from the quarterback. He looks to his left. He's got 1 receiver coming across the middle. He's got one wide open by himself. There is nobody out there but number 7.
Coverage. And they're going to take it in for the touchdown. Brandon Rouillet.
How many secondary players were there for Pace?
Wow.
Not enough.
And a crushing blow for the Patriots after playing such phenomenal defense in the last few plays.
That ball was in the air for 7, was just standing there. There was nobody near him. Good catch by 7 to take it in from the Pace Patriot side.
And Lombardo will try to make it a 7-point game with 32 seconds left.
Kick is up, and it's good. So Pace, with 32 seconds left, a little bit of hope there. But, man, that was a blown coverage there deep. And, of course, tonight it's been this offensive passing game from Gulf Breeze. It's been the tail of the tape.
And it just right before that, the defensive coordinator took a timeout. So you know they had explained it, that the cornerbacks were mismatching up on getting the receivers. So be curious to find out what Mark Edge was thinking about on that.
And throughout the game, the secondary has really struggled to contain Gulf Breeze. That's really been the story of the game. Gulf Breeze has hit deep bomb after deep bomb, and it's ultimately what's given them the edge in such a tight game. Tyner and Widener will be back to receive the kickoff from Cade Lombardo.
All right, 32 seconds left, 35-28, Gulf Breeze on top. And, of course, the Patriots hoping for a miracle here. Maybe good field.
Oh,
and a kick, and it bounces off of a Pace player. And Gulf Breeze takes possession.
Gulf Breeze pulls a little trickery. They kick the ball straight to the front line of Pace's kickoff team. It bounces off one of their front linemen and goes the opposite direction, and Gulf Breeze jumps on it, and that will seal it, folks. All Gulf Breeze has to do now is kneel the ball and that will be it. But I have a funny feeling that Pace keeps playing the way they've been playing. We might see this team again in the postseason.
I feel bad for Daniel Parker. He just wasn't ready for that. He was up there on that front line, and like you said, the squib kicked directly at him. He wasn't prepared. It bounced off him and ricocheted right back to the Gulf Breeze. Now all they got to do is get into victory formation.
And even though it is a loss for Pace, I mean, they're still 3-2 on the year, and we've seen some pretty awesome plays from Nick Simmons tonight. Throwing the ball, Ben Tyner was exceptional on the ground, and the offense just moved the ball extremely well, similar to what we've seen the last couple of weeks.
And like you said, we'll see if we do see them in the future. I'm pretty sure that Kent Smith and Mark Edge will get together. They're going to review this tape, and they're going to start working on that secondary. So they'll be ready for it next time. So we're just waiting on the referees to start play again. For some reason, they pushed off the Pace Patriots defensive team off to the side.
So with the Patriots taking a loss tonight, they will move to 3-2, and after this game, next week during homecoming week, they will play Pensacola at home, and then the week after that, they will take on Tate in two big conference games coming up. Oh, excuse me, just one conference game against the Tate Aggies.
And then, of course, Milton after that.
Mm-hmm.
And Navarre. You have to play Navarre. So a good season left. Some good games for Pace. And definitely a chance to earn a playoff spot. And I think we could see this team again.
Gulf Breeze in victory formation. This should be the last play of the game. They take a seat.
Actually, Pace is going to call a timeout. They might be able to get the ball back here. I can't see from the scoreboard how many more. I think Pace has no timeouts left at this point.
So while they're doing this, we're waiting for this next play to start. You want to give me your offensive and defensive players of the game there?
Yeah, for offensive player of the game, I'm definitely have to go with Widener. I think that he definitely stepped up when it counted most. Did a great job. Defensive player of the game, it's a tough one. There were so many contributors, but I'm definitely going to go with Widener again. I think that the interception he had that kept pace in the game. What do you think, Brad?
Yeah, no, Xavier Widener had a fantastic game today. But, I mean, I also think Nick Simmons came a long way. Multiple passing touchdowns. That's something we haven't seen from him this season. Brandon Combs, Braden Gates also getting multiple pressures, multiple sacks in this game. And then finally, Ben Tyner, just a dominant force on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with both those. If I had I'd take Widener both offense, defense. And if I had to take a second one, I like the play of, was it Jackson Ward, number 42? He had a nice game out there also. So,
with that kneel down, that is the end of the game.
And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this for our post-game show. You're listening to Pace Patriots Sports Radio. All right, folks, final score tonight here at Pace Patriots Stadium, 28-35. Gulf Breeze is going to squeak one out here, and, of course, definitely had a very impressive offense tonight, and so did Pace High School, scoring. I think this was they've scored more points tonight other than the game against the Mississippi team, St. Martin, and they definitely put some points on the board. But anyway, regardless, we're Patriot strong through and through, and we wish them the best as they prepare next week for the homecoming game against Pensacola High. I think they'll do well, and we'll live to play another game. And again, we'll get another shot at Gulf Breeze. Gulf Breeze, of course, definitely one of the better teams in the area, and they showed it tonight. Definitely some skill sets, some good running backs, and some good defense they played when it counted. So with that, any final thoughts there, Brad?
No. Once again, thanks for watching our live stream, and we will catch you guys next week as the Patriots look to take on Pensacola.
And same thing. No, the offense looked good. Defense looks good. They're going to work on a couple things. They'll tweak it. They'll get better. And before the end of the season, we start working out to the playoffs. So I'm not worried at this point. But it was an enjoyable game, no matter what. A lot of scoring, a lot of fun.
All right. Well, so on behalf of all of us here at Pace High School, Pace Patriot Stadium, of course, final score 28-35. Gulf Breeze on top tonight. And we'll see you next time. As they say, so long, everybody.